Welcome back, my friendly friends, to more Trails Through Daybreak. Pharaoh Fiasco here. So we've got a desert area of Calvard this time. I'm expecting it for it to be the other male party member, the younger guy, not the older man. And then we're gonna probably get the Grimcat, and then the butler-looking lady, and then the old guy. Oh, so this is more of Fairies type area, the Middle Eastern-ish place. Okay, cool, but this might scuttle my theory then. Oh, hopefully she's a party member. Yeah, the one playing the sitar type thing. So. Falcom has come such a long way. I'm really looking forward to seeing the, oh, maybe that's Fairy's brother. But I'm really looking forward to seeing the first with all these. Tharbad. Okay, so that's Vegas Film. Is this where they make the movies? They mentioned Tharbad in the previous chapter. Oh.
Listen, Judith Lanster and Nina Fenley. Those two ladies are a must, you hear me?
Greasy, middle-aged man.
The guys you can hire any old schmucks for. Just do what it takes to get those two on board.
Maybe Grimcat is up next then.
But sir, you're talking about two of the biggest stars in the business. There's no way we could book one of them, let alone both.
I mean, they've got a really... Why wouldn't Judith work with, because Vegas Films seems to be a pretty big deal.
You can and you will. You're a pro, aren't you? Yeah, act like one. Screw the budget and set the schedule on fire if you have to. As long as we've got Judith and Nina, we can sort it all out later.
Aha.
If anything goes awry, I'll take full responsibility. So don't you worry about a thing. Just go out there and get it done.
Sir, I don't think a can-do attitude is going to cut it for this.
Why would Judith turn down a production from a big studio unless she doesn't personally like this guy?
Well, someone's as passionate as ever.
Oh.
Ah, Prince Shareed! Fancy seeing you here.
So he's the Prince of Tharbad then.
Clearly I brought on the right man for the job.
Is she a party member?
I can already tell that this film festival of ours is going to be one for the history books. And not just the festival itself. The parade seems to be shaping up to be even more exciting than I imagined.
Your event's in good hands, Your Highness. I'll make this film festival hotter than anything they ever put on in Messeldom if it's the last thing I do.
Oh. Messeldom is a place? I thought that was just the name of the company.
People don't want pomp and circumstance. They won't touch that crap with a 10-arch pole. No, what matters in movies is entertainment. I'm talking F&V. F***ing and violence, baby.
Whoa, that's a first. Never seen that before in a Falcom game. But why didn't they just... Well, what he said in Japanese must have been insane if they didn't just go with TNA. They actually bleeped it too, though? Come on. What's this game rated? It's like, this game's rated M, isn't it?
Director, I believe it would be more appropriate to call it a scintillating spectacle, yes?
What? Give me my F-bombs.
Whoops, slip of the tongue.
Your Highness, please restrain yourself.
She's like, don't have too much fun with this friggin' guy.
Ah, speaking of which, my dear Najee, I don't suppose I could persuade you to take part in our humble parade, could I?
Back off. She's already joining the party with us.
Your talent is otherworldly. It'd be a waste not to put it to good use.
Yes, that it would be. What say you, Najee? If you wish, you may.
Oh, she's getting it from all sides. That's unfortunate. I'm sure if she's working in the prince's, if she's working at the prince's right hand, then I'm sure she's getting a whole lot of pay for it, but...
My prince, if you get carried away, I won't hesitate to report you to your sister.
Oh, she's got a way of keeping him in check, thankfully.
Ah, well, that won't be necessary. It was a jest, I assure you.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that so, Mr. Gotti? Now, about the other candidates.
Gotti, I think he might have been mentioned during the screening of Judith's movie that we went to see. Who's
Give
that?
me a break. Just how long will those two keep up that nonsense? Gotti's popularity makes him a useful asset, but he and that prince are nearly impossible to control.
Yeah.
Ah, well. The film festival has made it this far. Might as well use it to expand our market share and...
Wait, what happened? Did Nina die or something?
Of all the times, why now?
What happened? Well, whatever it is, I'm sure it's a complicated matter. Is this Agnès' school? Whose name escapes me. We've heard it before. First District, Van Tail. Whoa, who's that? I wonder if
the report on Longport.
I wonder if this is the Calvardian version of Dreikel's. Central Intelligence Department, integrated analysis. No friggin' way!
For such a complicated series of events, it was impressively digestible.
She's finally back, dude! Oh my adios! I love Kilika. It's been way too long. The last time she showed up was in oh my, it must have been Azure, wouldn't it have been? But finally, the star of the show is here. I've been looking forward to seeing Kilika again for literal years.
Your remote management of the situation was superb as always, Kincaid.
You flatter me. Originally, I'd intended to travel there myself. Unfortunately, with a certain A-rank bracer operating within Heiyue territory, such a trip became infeasible.
Aha! He didn't want to cross up a lane.
Which led you to play your wild card in order to gain control. A wise decision. Doing so kept our sleeper agent stationed there out of trouble.
A wild card? Was he the one who got Yin to go over?
I'm curious. Is he another longtime friend of yours like that bracer?
Oh, wait. They're saying that Renee had something to do with Van going over? What sleeper agents? Ashen, maybe? She's like the only named character who could... Because Fawn is obviously in league with Heiyue. And all of Aaron's friends died. It obviously wasn't him. He came to work with us. Ashen is the only other named character it could be who's with the CID.
I describe him more as a curse I can't be rid of.
Aha. I'm sure these guys were the best of friends growing up. We saw a few very quick flashbacks of Van's. And I'm sure Renee was in some of them.
Interesting. I heard he worked behind the scenes of Operation Mille Mirage as well.
Of course he was involved with that, but that's not surprising though. Mille Mirage was quite extensive.
Speaking of Arkwright Solutions, can I get another update on their status?
They've added new personnel.
I'm curious to learn about their latest addition.
As you wish. I'll have one of my subordinates deliver it to you later.
Kilika's VA sounds like Valerie Aram, but that's probably her.
On that note, I'll be taking my leave. If you'll excuse me, Chief Ruran.
Ruran, that's how you pronounce it. I've been saying Roran.
Of course. Keep up the good work.
God dang, it's been too long.
Quite a talented and driven man, that one. He may be a little too eager to take matters into his own hands at times, but I can't fault a young upstart for being ambitious.
You know, Kilika doesn't look it, but yeah, I think at this point in time, she should be in her mid-30s or something. Cause Jin was older than Agate, and Agate is in his early 30s as well, so.
Still, the question remains as to how the Society is linked to both the Republic and Almada. Seeing as help will be arriving, perhaps it's time I reach out for a little catching up.
AKA, well, I think I already, it's whatever. You can probably guess who she's gonna be. Oh, hey, there it
I hope
is.
you're not getting a cold.
No, it's just it's a thing where it's like you sneeze or someone's talking about you. It's a Japanese thing.
Yeah, probably just a certain lady talking about me somewhere.
Aw, Jen, why do you still sound like that?
Back on topic. What were you saying, Alvis?
Oh, right. Just that we have more threats to keep our eyes on than just the usual suspects in the society.
Sal, Melchior, and the direwolf, Walter himself.
Namely, that group that defeated the Eisenshield unit. While they aren't part of Almada per se, the two groups seem related.
Agreed. Though judging by the Almada executives that appeared in Longport, we'll have our hands full with them alone.
And Melchior did say something insane was gonna go down.
That said, I do agree we'll need to add the group Melchior originally came from to our watch list. Not to mention all the potential interlopers from the east. All the while, the CID shows no interest in sharing information.
Right, I'm sure they're working themselves to the bone, but man, Calvert has so many high-level players in action and none of them are interested in joining forces.
Those guys have only gotten stingier with time. And something tells me there's more to it than wanting to save face.
I have the same feeling. So for the time being, we're on our own.
As per usual, the Bracer Guild has to do everything.
Not quite. We can always call in a certain Spriggan for backup.
And it must be so nice to have, like, outside assistance. Because before now, well, I guess it's only ever been, like, the Bracers doing everything and, like, Trails in the Sky. After that, it was people operating as Bracers.
Why do you insist on relying on that criminal for help?
Well, what has Van actually done that's so criminal? Alvis just met this guy.
I protest as well, Jin. I'm more inclined to send you to get information out of the CID for us.
Yeah, put a bit of that. Is it nepotism? He's not getting hired.
Why don't you invite your master's daughter to dinner? You were students together, as I recall.
Yeah.
I'm sure you two have a lot to talk about.
Have mercy on me.
He's not trying to do that.
Man, you used to be such a softie. How'd you get so tough?
I owe it to years of training. By the way, my suggestion just now wasn't a joke.
Right, we can't be fumbling around. Well, I guess we're not aligned with the Bracers at the moment, so they can't be fumbling around in the dark.
You are well acquainted with her. She once worked for the guild, and she has the former president's confidence, too.
That was, yes. Keelika's been all over the place.
We'd get a lot more out of her than my old friend at the CID.
Harold? Oh, Renee. So yes, that just confirms it. All three of them were besties when they were kids.
You do have a point.
You mean the flying swallow, right?
Whoa! Everybody's just showing up. About time she got here. She was mentioned all the way back in the prologue, I think. And she's got a new getup.
Ah, you made it.
Has it already been a year? And did you get taller?
Well, I mean, there's gonna be other little sister types running around, so they had to age her up eventually.
Somehow, yeah. I think I'm done growing, though.
Falcom's like, don't worry, your merch isn't gonna get any. Your merch isn't gonna be outdated or anything like that. But it's good to see she's retained her VA.
You're that ace bracer from the Empire, right?
Ace Bracer. Let's hear that rank really quickly before we start throwing that out. Let's not disrespect Fee though.
I suppose. The name's Fee Clausel. Starting today, I'll be working with you all here in Calvert.
Right. Being a Bracer, man. Everybody gets to show up. Well, give it a few games and it doesn't matter. October 3rd, 9:45 a.m. Oh, we're in October now. Chapter 3, Pleasure and Delirium. Get back here! No, please! This game of cat and mouse is over! Please, wait! I can get the money! Just give me 3 days! No, 1 day is enough! I'm done giving extensions! I've been chasing you around like a damn fool, but this is the end of the line! Pay up right now, or you'll be sleeping with the fishes! Threatening to kill somebody in broad daylight? Ah!
Okay, that's enough of that.
All right, time for Aaron to be a superhero. No tyrant here.
Good job being intimidating and all, but it's way too early for all this damn noise.
Exactly. This is like the complete opposite of how you should go about this. But bro's a loan shark, definitely. Who the hell are you? Scram. This is none of your business.
That's where you're wrong.
Pay up right now, or you'll be sleeping with the fishes.
Oh, nice. I got a clear shot of your face, too.
Right, who threatens to kill someone at 10:30 in the morning?
Look, dude, I get you're a loan shark, but aren't death threats pushing it a bit?
Exactly. Wait, are you? Wait, do we know this guy?
Don't worry. I'm not saying you should let your debtor off the hook, though. How about you lower his interest rate closer to what the big three banks give?
What? Don't mess with me, kid. Too easy. Oh. Why can't I move? He's got that Eastern magic. Or it's just pressure point stuff, but still.
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
And yeah, you are definitely not in a position to pick the hard way.
What'll it be?
Fine. We'll give him a fair raid.
Job's done. Now pay this guy already so we can be done with this.
Can't you just use that video to make him forgive all of my debt? I see, he's asking the real questions.
This isn't a charity, man. If I have to be the mediator, then I'm not playing favorites. You get me?
All right, Aaron was born to be a Spriggan. I get you. I'll pay him right away.
That's a wrap. What do you think?
Thought you'd screwed it up like 3 times there.
No, he's got it down pat.
You really did great, though. Mission accomplished, as far as I can tell.
I wish it could have been solved without intimidation, but I'm at least glad both sides came to an agreement.
Yeah, bro did owe him, even if it was an unfair tax. What did he say? Unfair, interest rate.
Did you ever have to handle situations like this in Longport, by any chance?
Sure did. Shit like this happens everywhere. Only difference is that the crooks in Longport play it safer because they don't want the hammer of Hayue coming down on them.
Oh, so it's rougher in the Calvert streets? That's crazy.
Interesting.
I'm not sure how to respond to that.
And she's like, so my home is a den of scum and villainy?
So what's the verdict, Chief? Did I pass the test?
Kills me a little to say this, but you did good. But I've got my eye on you. Botch a job, I'll kick your ass to the curb. You hear?
Yeah, stay in line.
Please, have a little faith in me. I'll be taking care of your old ass and the girls before you know it. Heads up, though. I'm a heartbreaker, so don't go falling in love with me.
He's serious, isn't he?
Yeah, Ashun was worried about it too.
That last comment aside, welcome to the team.
It's kind of crazy he made Aaron earn his keep. Well, actually no, because Fairy and Agnès both had their own trials by fire, so.
Don't worry, I'm not interested in you at all. But I am looking forward to improving your fighting skills. Your form is a little too loose.
Oh.
You talk a big game, small fry.
My name's actually Farida. Oh, but I also go by Fairy if you like that.
I'll call you whatever I want.
You just gotta get a blade and hold it to his neck if you want him to call you by your name.
This guy.
Yeah.
I think the office is going to be quite a bit livelier from here on.
Oh, yes.
You're telling me. What happened to my rough and tumble lone wolf image?
It's dead and gone. Oh, right.
Can't you at least pretend I'm a little cool?
Oh, man.
Oh,
I never thought otherwise.
Right.
Anyway, it's almost 10. May as well head back to the office for now.
Works for me. We can swing by Monmar for an early lunch. The food's good and all, but I need me some more of that hot piece of a waitress.
That would be Paulette.
Please don't bother, Paulette. Though I will agree that the food is delicious.
Yeah.
The cream stew we had last night was delicious.
All right. So The Legend of Heroes trails through Daybreak. I wonder, we're probably not going to get paid for that job that Aaron just did. That's okay. There's going to be plenty more jobs where that...
You want to go out for a drink or two tonight, Paulette?
Immediately.
You really shouldn't tease your elders, Aaron.
Hey, you leave Mommy alone.
Exactly.
This brat's something else.
Right.
I kind of feel like she's just brushing him off, though.
Obviously, he's 19. What does she want with him? That food does look good, though. But video game food has come a long way. So, we're going to be splitting up this afternoon? Yeah, because we got more people now. I'm obviously going to be one of the ones working outside, but I'm going to have one of you come with me, too. Wait, so we have to pick? I guess this narrows down who gets Employee of the Month. Like, if we bring Aaron, then he'll have more opportunities to get that bonus. The remaining two will either be standing by here in the office, or I'll gather an info and looking into things separately. And then, if we get a job that needs more manpower, like say a monster extermination gig, we regroup for it. Sounds good. I don't want to go around all buddy-buddy with everyone all the time either. That's not a very nice thing to say, though that does sound pretty efficient to me too. We don't have any subcontracted work right now, but that could change any second. Either way, the main team's focus is going to be patrolling districts where it feels like something might happen while watching the 4 SPGs. Where something might happen? Can you really tell that? He seems to have a nose for 4 SPGs, so it's not any weirder than being able to sense stuff. Makes sense to me. After you've lived in a place long enough to know it like your own backyard, you just know when something smells off. Really? There's always stuff you're gonna miss if you don't go looking around. So that's what we're gonna do. Life's full of surprises, especially in a field like this. So that's why we need to split up and be flexible? I'll have to work very hard not to be the one holding the whole team back. And I mean, yeah, when you think about it, she's the only one here who doesn't have extensive combat experience. She was literally a normal teenager just a few months ago. Like, I'm sure getting orbment training or combat orbment training is not uncommon, and well, not I'm sure, we've literally experienced that. But there's a difference between learning in like the sword club of your school and being out there taking friggin' lives. There's no need to think that hard about it. Other than the fact we're splitting up, everything else is gonna be the same as it always was. Anyway, looks like it's noon already. Then let's get to work! Now it's my turn to see what you guys can do. Select one additional member to accompany Van. Select accompanying allies. From your office desk, select change parties to select the characters you want to join you. So let's...
Oh yeah! First day on the job and I get picked over the chicks! What an honor.
So...
Don't feel too special. I'm just making sure you aren't slacking on the job.
So my running theory is that the reason why the thingamabobs, because as someone pointed out, and I've done a couple of times, the active voice conversations, those they have such large gaps in between them. But when you put on high speed mode, they play at a normal speed, the speed that you'd be accustomed to from the previous games. I'm kind of wondering if maybe there was some sort of programming jank or something like that. And then if they, like, at one point they were normal, but then when they implemented high speed mode, if you had the active voices on, they would run over each other. And so their solution was to artificially lengthen them outside of high speed mode. I don't know, it just feels really weird. But Falcom games are well, they've got a reputation for, like, being insanely optimized compared to similar JRPGs. Like the original, like the Geofront releases for the Crossbell games before Falcom very kindly asked those guys to take it down so they could help with the official releases. Those were insanely good with a lot of bells and whistles. I think it was the Switch version that retained a whole lot of those. And the PS4 version didn't have as many of them, and it's the PS4 version I friggin' bought, of course. But so it seems it's just with that knowledge of them being like programming marvels, it just seems kind of weird to me. But of course, that's my assumption. I don't know the first thing about programming. But let's go ahead and listen to the radio, get some foreshadowing going.
And now for the latest news from our news desk. Hope you're having a good one, listeners. Today's news briefing comes to us straight from the Tyrell Times. The elusive Grimcat did as they announced and struck the Oracion Trust Bank's Edith branch last night.
All right, so Judith is still out there and about.
Authorities have yet to release any details, but as with previous incidents, the Phantom Thief claims to have acted to expose corruption.
Oh, so she's a gentlewoman thief.
And now for a weather update.
Here are the latest forecasts for regions throughout the Republic. Parts of the Basel area are seeing rainfall, leading to speed limits being imposed on the Autobahn.
They've got an Autobahn here? Well, I guess it makes sense. That's why we could get to, like, if there's no friggin' speed limit, no wonder we were able to cover so much ground to get on Yes back. Basel. I guess that's where we're gonna be headed. No, we're going to Tharbad. We literally just saw that.
The rain clouds are expected to arrive in Edith by tonight. To those going out, don't forget to bring your umbrella.
That's all the weather news we have. Time for a traffic update around the Edith metropolitan area.
Yes, these are the most recent reports on the road courtesy of the Calvert Roadway Information Center. Speed limits are in place on the Autobahn leading to Basel due to rainy weather.
Okay, we already learned that.
Traffic along the highway to Tharbad is also highly congested due to the film festival. Drivers are urged to act with caution.
Okay, so Basel and Tharbad are near each other then.
Thanks for the update.
All right, well. All good, all good. So the first things first, we want to complete 4 SPGs, but we also want to check.
Pick something already.
Take care out there. Shouldn't he have more recipes? I've eaten a whole lot.
Come back soon.
Interesting. Oh, and the
More candy again.
Tyrell Times peach lemon candy. So they get better and better incrementally.
Come back soon.
Where is? Because I never ran across it before, and I thought I had actually seen the entirety of this place. Oh, and this is it's slightly different because I replayed the previous section specifically so that I could run around and kill everything. So I think we're all like a level higher. Okay, here it is. Oh, Anya's mother, because it was somebody else before.
I appreciate you always stopping by.
Yeah, let's take a bath. Hanging out with our buddy here.
This is perfect.
Oh. There must not be anything too interesting.
Top of the world.
An S-boost gauge increased 3 points.
You look nice and refreshed.
Well, that's nice. But, I mean, it's not really needed at the moment, right? Like, our gauge, we're not fighting anybody. Our gauge should be full. All of our gauges and meters and stuff should be full by default. But I don't think, judging by the fact that I can't find the bulletin board because there's no red marker here. I guess there's no 4 SPGs for us to take a look at. Alright, well. No use putzing around here when we know that there's nothing to find.
Let's do this.
Retreating from enemy advantage. You have to wait a while for an escape route to be secured.
Now, what's it say?
Change of heart. I need to have something returned to its rightful place, and I'd like you to help with that. I'll be waiting on the bridge in Riverside. Alright, so we'll help out our old buddy Bruno. Yeah, see, he can smell... Wait, what? Oh, no, this is a...
Off we go.
So that's still there because I guess these are semi...
Want me to tell you a little about this district? On second thought, I don't think you need me to.
A droplet of paradise can intoxicate.
Nope. I've got a pretty good lay of the land as of yesterday.
I spent a lot of time here. Alright, well, that's fair enough.
Thanks for shopping.
I wish it'd be cool if there was some kind of indicator if a shop is selling something new. But it's kind of crazy because there's already so many user interface thingamabobs they've got going on to still be wishing for more. A lost lover. My boyfriend has been missing for nearly a month now. Could you help me look for him? I'll be waiting at the rest area next to Brothers Music Shop. This is the exact sort of thing that Bracers and the friggin' police can handle. Why she's coming to Forest? Or why is she coming to a Spriggan for assistance?
On my way.
Highly unusual.
All right, time to hunt down that good old bulletin board.
Boyfriend must be into some stuff he shouldn't be into. We'll see, though. Ooh. They've got a basketball court? Dark guarana. And 50% grape juice. Don't mind if we do. Alright. So they gets to hooping back here.
Now, what's it say?
QA testing. Hello, I'm currently developing a full-body experience mystery game, and I would love for you and yours to participate as testers. If you solve all the puzzles and review the experience, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time. Percy. Oh, it's an Amazon. It's like an Amazon thing where people reach out to you. We've got to take care of at least 2 jobs today. But it's not there's no such thing as a free lunch, as they say. Oh, this job looks interesting. They want us to test some kind of mystery solving game? Man, can I get normal requests for once? And why the hell do they need a Spriggan for it? Exactly. I'm just trying to figure out what they meant by full body. Sounds suggestive. I mean, fair. Guess it wouldn't hurt to at least read the pamphlet they gave us. Let's see here. Princess in peril, save the kingdom's fair maiden. The hell? The kingdom of Edith is in chaos, for its fair princess has been kidnapped. Edith calls upon you, O gallant knight, to save her from those villains. Collect the 3 keys and free the princess from her hidden prison. Damned if that isn't a setup. Think we'll get a happy ending when we rescue her? Alright, sign me up. This actually sounds like fun. I'll be a royal subject for a day. Sounds harmless enough. Oh, I think this card here is our first clue. The first key lies hidden within the Satan district. Seek the mistress tailor on the cutting edge of fashion. So we have to go to the clothes shop? Well, that's pretty specific. Helps us narrow it down. Guess if we ain't got anything better to do, we can go give this a look.
Let's hurry up
So
and finish
we'll
this.
start with Bruno's thing. Let's go ahead and talk about Bruno real quick, like. See what's up, or see what he's trying to return. Alright, buddy. What's on your mind? Hey there, old man. You Bruno? Who are you? A Spriggan looking for work. I'm with Arkwright Solutions. Mind if we talk about the job? The job's exactly as I described in the posting. I'm getting old, so I figured it was about time for me to sort things out before I pass on. I want you to get this thing back to its proper owner. Is it an ornament? Bruno drew an item out from his pocket. Oh, a locket? Okay, but this isn't your photo, right, old man? That's right. This locket belongs to a stranger. I used to make my living as a thief long ago. I stole this. Just to be clear, I don't do that anymore. Life's taken its turns for me. I've actually heard about you, Bruno. Really? You were a pretty famous thief. Rumor has it no lock had been invented you couldn't break into. Though all the legends are from when you were young, so everyone thought you'd given it up. I guess the rumor was true. Oh, you know me? You could have said so before I bothered explaining then. But whatever. It's been 20 years since I stole this locket. So whoever the boy in the picture is a grown man now. It ain't the kind of thing you'd get good money out of, so I kept it with me instead of selling it. After hearing some rumors about you, Spriggan, I figured it'd be better to see if you can return it for me before I just pitch it in the trash. Yeah, that'd be really disrespectful. So, how about it? Will you take the job? Shut up our chaos. Yes, and our gray. Sure, I'll take the job. Obvious question, but do you know where the owner is? I want you to return the locket to the boy in the photograph. Of course, it's been 20 years, so I'm sure he's that much older by now. Right, so he's in his late 20s now. So, where's our guy? How should I know? Finding that out is your job. Okay, well, geez. Can't even throw me a bone here? I stole it when I was hitting the Maserati Hotel's guest rooms over in Satan. Okay, so it was somebody who stayed. They might not even live in Calvert if he stole it out of a hotel. It was quite the event at the time, from what I hear. The hotel staff might know more about it, so try asking them. A hotel staff person staying there for 20 years? Right, we're looking for hotel staff who know about their history. I assume you can handle it from there. Let me know once you've returned it. I'll send over your payment then. There he goes. I guess our next stop is the hotel in Satan. Let's go look into this. Sure, got it.
Let's hurry up and finish this.
So, off to Satan we head, but who the heck would be able to...
What are we waiting for?
Like, okay, well, I've been at my current job for, well, at this point, it's actually almost 10 years. So maybe it's not that crazy. Maybe it ain't that crazy. We should not have started the... Okay, because... What is that? Is that... Okay, it's just some random... That is not the entrance. Luxury Boutique, Erland. So that's the, that's not where we're headed. Which one of these places is the thing? Alright, here's the Maserati. 20 years ago, our old man snacks a dude's locket here. If we can find somebody who was working here back then, that'd help. Yeah, but we can't just walk up and ask. That'd be a bit suspicious. Best course of action will be finding an employee and sort of working our way toward that slowly. We have a lot of circumstantial things working against us here, honestly. An employee. Ooh, we can buy stuff from them?
Do you need something?
Soul Chef curry and some steak.
Please come again.
So we probably could have gotten this, Aaron learned spicy curry bun. Or maybe not. Maybe this only became available once Aaron was, Cremona. I don't know. She doesn't look old enough. But she's... Whoa, hold on. Before we chat her up... Oh. Where's that at? That must be outside. Alright. Well, let's talk to Cremona. Hey, sorry to interrupt. We're from Arkwright Solutions, and we're trying to dig up some info on a case that happened here. Do you remember any instances of theft here at the hotel around 20-ish years ago? Theft? Let me think. I've been working here for a while, but I don't remember hearing anything about that. Swing and a miss, then. We did have a major incident here 20 years ago, but I don't think it's what you're referring to. Oh? What happened? Here comes the twist, I guess. Maybe this thought... No. Van knows that Bruno was a thief, so this isn't going to turn out to really be him trying to give it back to his son or something. Well, I'd prefer to keep this on the down low, but if it helps the investigation, we are complete randoms who wandered in off the streets. Who does she think we are? 20 years ago, the hotel was attacked by terrorists. Oh. Damn. Even the Capitol gets pot shots every now and then, huh? Yes. It claimed the life of Senator Taylor and his family. The staff at the time had no idea what to make of it. Some of us thought it was some sort of conspiracy. Man, the whole family just got wiped out like that? Maybe not the kid, hopefully. Well, we're not 100% sure. The government quickly swooped in and kept all the information under wraps. In truth, we still don't know if there were any survivors among his family. Why would they secret away the kid for 20 years? Oh, but now that I think about it, Senator Polanski may know more about the incident. He and Taylor were colleagues, I believe. Alright, thanks. I'll chat him up. Old man said he nicked somebody's locket. But that smells like a cover-up to me. Maybe he had a hand in that attack too. Yeah, it's got me suspicious too, but let's do some more digging before we jump to conclusions. Honestly, Senator Taylor, and who's this? President Jennifer? She must be president of the company then? Because she's definitely not Calvard's president. We have to talk to him first. So, on the topic of labor laws, can I count on you to address those if and when the Republican Party gains the majority? That's not a promise I can make so easily. The Republican Party has lost much away in these last 2 years. Yeah, they have. Our policy going forward will need to wait in the wings, potentially for years, and account for how much strength we have. And even if we do regain the majority, we need to focus first and foremost on strengthening our historical voter base. Your historical voter base is probably dying off, bro. Not to mention, there will be years of Patriot policy to potentially undo. Okay, so it's the Patriots that they're up against. I see. Trade laws, I imagine? Or something else? You don't mean all those laws they rescinded themselves in the handover, do you? Easy, easy. I know exactly what you're hoping to get out of this alliance. But legislation is not to be easily rushed. We will need time both to plan our strategy for retaking the majority and to actually do it. Politics are all about the long term, the big picture. Our decisions always take that into account.
Can we talk?
Chatterbox. Hey there. I'm sorry to butt in. We're from Arkwright Solutions, and we're digging around for some info on an incident that happened here. Mind if we pull you aside for a sec? I see. Oh yes, I don't mind. May I step away for a bit, Jennifer? Of course. I'll be here enjoying my tea. An incident, you say? What might you be referring to, and what would I know about it? It's about Senator Taylor, that incident 20 years ago. Who told you? I have my sources. I've got something to deliver to his next of kin, if he's got any. Actually, just to make sure, can you confirm this guy in the photo here is Taylor? It's been an age since I've seen that face. That's him, yes. Called it. Old man wasn't just robbing the place. He was in cahoots with the terrorists. And he took this as a trophy? That's so messed up. You mind filling us in on what happened that day? Well, if it would help your investigation, I suppose I can tell you what I know. Taylor was a fellow Republican Party member. He and I weren't particularly close, but I respected him as a political ally. He was especially active on the subject of race relations. Oh, that's a lot more direct than I expected this game to get. He had a flair for these passionate, fiery speeches in Parliament. Real cock of the walk, huh? Yeah, but right at his highest, he got wiped out just like that. Well, if the guy was a proponent of race relations, then no wonder they got him. That's like something that very historically occurs. I'll never forget that night. He was staying here for a family vacation. They came into the hotel in the dead of night and gunned him down in his sleep. Dang, they got him like the FBI got, what's his name? Oh, it's really bad that I can't remember his name. But that's how the FBI operates. But let me not get too real world. Well, this is pretty real world. This is like I said, this game is M-rated M. I'm sure its player base can handle a bit of this. I heard his son miraculously survived, but both he and his wife were killed. So so Bruno must be racist or something then. Man, I had no idea. Bunch of cowards. Couldn't beat him in a debate, so they shut him up by force? Do you know where the kid is now? I'm afraid I don't, sorry. But he was good friends with a man named Huck, if memory serves. He may be able to help you. Last I heard, he was living in Old Town. If his address hasn't changed since then, you can find him there. That rings a bell, don't it? Yep, our favorite old Bathhouse Lech, if I had to bet. Bathhouse Lech? Who is this? I don't remember any Bathhouse Lech. 50 Mira says he's at the Loyally right now. Ah, you're acquainted? Good, good. That should make things easier. Best of luck with your investigation. Taylor's son deserves closure on that terrible, terrible day. So, Old Town and Laguna Bathhouse.
On my way.
Okay, we've been here to take a Loyally. I've just never... Huck.
Let me ask you something.
I just didn't think it was a place they're playing Mahjong. I just didn't think it was a place we could actually go to. Hey there, you folks look pretty glum. What's going on? We're in the middle of an investigation, or of investigating a politician for a job. You see... Now I understand. You've left no stone unturned, eh? You've dug up a lot of stuff meant to stay buried. Anyway, yes, Taylor and I were good friends. We debate about all sorts of things over drinks, like policies to diminish racial disparity and such. Okay, so we're probably going to experience more racial disparity when we get to Tharbad, probably. No kidding. Here I thought all you did was sweat it at the sauna. That's because Huck manages a well-established investment firm. People like that always have connections with the top brass calling. Goes to show you really can't judge a book by its cover. That's okay. I'd rather it stay like that. I prefer how people treat me when they don't know. Back on track, this guy's son is still alive, yeah? You got any idea where he went? That I do. His name is Roderick. Roderick Taylor. You'd think if he were still using that name, they'd have been able to find him and take him down, but I suppose if he was a kid back then, he didn't have anything to do with his parents' policies. But that sort of thing normally doesn't stop those sorts of people. After the attack, I believe he went to live with some relatives in Altair. Oh, that's, so we do Altair. That's, I think Reese is from there. It's either Reese or Dr. Sayland. One of them is from Altair. Or it might be Jessica with the spear from the Thor's Branch campus. One of those three people is from Altair. As for what he's up to these days, I have no clue. Gotcha. Back to look for someone who does then. Wait, but now that we know where he's at, well, we don't know a specific address, but we could just have Hermes deliver it, right? Actually, one more question while I still gotcha here. Do you know what happened to the culprit? Culprits, actually, but I do. There were two of them. They went on the run after the fact, but got caught sometime later. Their testimony suggested that there had been some friction for a while. They mentioned something about an intruder letting the kid get away, and that they thought someone was selling them out. So Bruno really wasn't involved then. From what I understand, Roderick's own recollection of what happened is pretty hazy. Yeah, it would have been a very traumatic experience for a very young mind. Of course he can't recall the finer details. I'm curious about this intruder letting the kid escape. An intruder? That's interesting. I think I can see the bigger picture now. Oh, now that I think about it, I might know somebody who'd have an idea about Roderick's whereabouts these days. You should talk to the editor-in-chief of the Tyrell Times. She was all over that whole case back in the day. Oh, so we've met reporters before. We've also met the editors-in-chief, but the editors-in-chief are always just like super friggin' generic, whether it was in Liberl or Crossbell. With any luck, she might still be keeping up with it. Wouldn't hurt to ask at the very least. Good to know. Hopefully we'll save us the trouble of sniffing out the info ourselves. Thanks, Huck. I owe you one. I won't say no to gratuity. I think some milk gelato will do just fine as thanks after a long soak. Sure thing. I'll remember to hook you up with some later. Guess the next stop on this involuntary city tour is Tyrell Times then. This gig's been a big pain in the ass. So, more info on Roderick. And we can use the bath, but we can't buy anything. I want to buy this milk gelato. So, Tyrell Times.
Off we go.
Have we? I don't remember ever having been in here, but oh well. So, she's editor-in-chief Sullivan.
Can we talk?
What do you got? Hey there, Chief. Got an assignment right now I was hoping we could talk to you about if you got a minute. Van Arkwright, we meet again. You know, any good reporter doesn't give up her scoops without a good reason. Tell me what brings you here and we'll take it from there. Oh, I think you'll be pretty interested in this one. That's got to do with a terrorism case from a couple decades ago I'm told you know about. You see, I see someone's done their homework. Definitely earning your keep on this assignment of yours, I see. Alright, I'll bite. I'll tell you what I know. But in exchange, you have to promise to report back on how everything turns out once it's over. Deal? Why? Thinking of turning this into an article or something? More or less. Certainly has the makings for a story worth bringing to light. If it turns out I'm wrong, no problem. I'll keep it to myself. Works for me. You got yourself a deal. So, as it happens, I'm still investigating that case, even if it's never been made public. Wow. Talk about a dog with a bone. Partly, it's to bring justice for the surviving family, but also to keep the pressure on anti-immigrant groups that would do such a thing. So, I expected for there to be like a racism subplot in Calvert. I'm just surprised it's taken this long for it to start, like, turning its wheels. Suffice it to say, I'm well aware of what Roderick's up to these days. She's really been keeping tabs on the guy then. Good to know. Now quit beating around the bush and spit it out. Once he grew up, Roderick became a young entrepreneur, and a promising one at that. He travels around cutting business deals, but he keeps Edith as his home base. So he's got a home here too. I've interviewed him on a number of occasions over the years, not just as a survivor of that case, but also to discuss his business ventures. Sounds like an impressive guy. Must have inherited his dad's ambition to make a difference. I can try to call him on his mobile terminal and arrange a meeting for you, if you like. Mobile terminal? Why not just call it a Zypha? Does he not have a Zypha? I can't make any promises, but do you want me to try? Sure, I'd appreciate it. Oh, I guess mobile terminal is the same way we'd say mobile phone or cell phone. Hi, Roderick. How are you? This is Editor-in-Chief Sullivan from the Tyrell Times. I wanted to ask. You're all set. Luckily for you, he just so happens to be nearby. He said he would wait for you later at the terrace over by the station. Awesome. That worked out perfect then. There's more. There's something else he was hoping you two could do for him in return. In return for giving his locket back to him? He wants you to bring your client, the owner of the locket, with you when you meet him. I get why you'd ask that, but I've got my doubts that Grandpa's gonna play ball. We won't know for sure until we ask him. We'll bring it up when we give him our progress report. Fingers crossed. Good luck, Spriggan. Make sure to come talk to me once everything's over. Yeah, I will. A deal's a deal. So, I'm sure that the old guy is actually the one who got him, who saved him at that particular time. Alright, let's ring the guy up and get this show on the road. Hey, Bruno. Hey, this is Van Arkwright from Arkwright Solutions. I wanted to ask. Great. See you then. He's down for it. How'd it go? Didn't say much. For now, we're just linking up at the Riverside Bridge. We'll fill him in on everything once we meet him in person. Fair enough. Let's move. And now here is going to be the big picture part. Definitely don't want anything crazy happening. Riverside. Terrace area, I think he might be at. Okay, he's right back in the same spot, so yeah, that's close enough. I was hoping to hear from you, Spriggan. But I figured it wouldn't be until you'd return the locket. What's this about? First off, I want to make sure we're on the same page. Let me give you a progress report on our investigation. Alright then, let's hear it. Van explained what they'd learned about the terrorist attack on the Maserati Hotel. Finally, they told Bruno they'd managed to get in contact with Senator Taylor's son, Roderick. Well, you certainly picked up the trail quick. You said you robbed the hotel, but this photo is of two of the terrorist attack victims. Thought you might have been the terrorists behind the attack, but I've changed my mind since. My guess is you just did exactly what you said. Robbed the hotel. Just so happened that you were in the middle of it when the place was hit by terrorists, yeah? Those kinds of coincidences only occur in stories. But that ridiculous scenario is exactly what happened that day. Yep, which also means that the person we heard about that saved Roderick's life must have been... You make it sound more honorable than it was. I wasn't out to save a kid. My mind wasn't on all the dead people at the time. I thought that, hey, with people dying all around me, no one would miss a thing or two. Man, aren't you a nice fella? Guess the locket's one of those missing things. Even then, Roderick still wants to meet you. He is the reason that Roderick survived. Wait, what? He asked us to bring you to him when we hand over the locket, actually. That's ridiculous! How do you want me to face him now? Worry's written all over you, man. You wanted to know what happened and whether the kid's still kicking. And that's why you hired us to get the locket back to him. If you ask me, you should stop skulking about and just talk to him. He's probably been worried about Roderick for 20 years. Damn it. It's not that easy. He just needs one more push. It'd be best if he was honest about being the guy that stole the locket. But if he doesn't wanna, then maybe you could go under the guise of him being someone else. So, how should Bruno meet Roderick? Meet him as the thief? Best to stop with the lies and just present himself as the thief. Which is probably the chaos option instead of the gray option, but this is much more interesting to me, and we can get more gray points anytime. Stop making excuses and do it already. I don't know what Roderick's out to get from this meeting with you, but the worst that can happen will be you reaping what you've sown. You're right. If I'm going to go this far, I might as well have the courage to take that last step. Alright, cool. Could you guys be... We're from Arkwright Solutions. You're Roderick, I take it. That's right. I'm the only survivor of the terrorist attack you've been investigating, though I was only a kid at the time. Let me start by giving you this locket back then. Van handed the locket over to Roderick. Thank you very much. I'll be sure to treasure it. I take it you're the one that had it this whole time? Yeah, his name's Bruno. He's the man who stole it from the hotel you were staying at 20 years ago. Then you're the thief who just so happened to target our room at the same day those terrorists came for us. Heard you told the police that you didn't remember anything at the time. I thought you'd have forgotten me. Oh, I would never forget you. Then why did you cover for me? No, I suppose it doesn't matter at this point. I'm sorry. I may not have been the man that killed your parents, but I still let them die. If you want revenge, I'll take it. You can even turn me into the cops if you want. I won't resist. He's so honorable. Bruno, for 20 years I've wanted to meet you. For 20 years I wanted to say something to you. Thank you. Thank you for saving my life. What? When I woke up that night, the first thing I saw was two men standing by my parents' bed. Both of them drenched in blood. It was too late for my parents. I was so scared that I couldn't move. It would have been too late for me too if you hadn't appeared then. Did he fight them off? You didn't hesitate. He looked me in the eyes and immediately took my hand and led me out of the room. I'll admit I noticed you pocketing Mom's locket as you did. Came to loot the place and wasn't gonna leave empty-handed, huh? But you still saved my life. You told me not to tell anyone about you after you left, and I listened. You are my hero. Still are. That's why I never told the police or my relatives about you. You've been my secret this whole time. Tough nut to crack, huh? You idiot! I'm no hero! I just didn't think I was gonna chance on a murder scene and I legged you away without even thinking about it. Then you had to go and thank me after that. You sounded so pitiful. That one thing's continued to haunt me all these years. So I started making more and more mistakes until I finally gave up thieving. Really, I'm very sorry about that. Get that smile off your face. But I guess that means it's thanks to you that I was able to change. I should be thanking you, not the other way around. It makes me genuinely happy to hear I was able to do something for you after everything you did for me. You sure are a piece of work, old man. Man, that was corny as hell, but I guess it's not that bad to see from time to time. The party kept Bruno and Roderick company as the two of them talked for a while longer. Eventually, they saw Roderick off, who, as much as he wished he could stay, was forced to leave for a business meeting. Well, I'm gonna head off. Well, I'm sure those two are going to they'll probably be like spending holidays together or something. And I'm sure once Roderick has a family, he'll introduce Bruno as like an uncle or something. He seemed really grateful. I'll make sure to wire you your money later. Cheers. Listen, this is all thanks to you guys. What's that? Can you say that again? Forget it. See ya. Aw. Dude needs to learn to speak his heart more. You're right about that one. After Bruno departed, Van contacted Editor-in-Chief Sullivan to update her on what happened. She concluded that there was no reason to publish what they had learned as there were no threats to the public. Yeah, she's a good lady. And so it was that, unbeknownst to the world, the story of the former thief and the locket he stole came to a happy end.
That's a wrap.
Reward deposited.
Ooh, of course a thief would be able to pay pretty well. We got law out of that. And our chaos has now hit rank 2. Alright, we're gonna need to behave a little more grayly if we want to make sure our gray stays above everything else. But give me 1 second. Now the next 4 SPG should be somewhere around this part of our illustrious map. Whoops, wrong button. Alright. Or this was, hold on, let me actually check it, which I can do from where? A Lost Lover, Brothers Music Shop. Oh, I am in the right place. Alright, Golden. So we'll go ahead and check this out, see if this person ends up being on the up and up, or how twisty it gets. Oh, Amy. Alright, I thought it was going to be a guy. Excuse me, are you Amy? We're from Arkwright Solutions. Did you need our help with something? Oh, yes, I do. Thank you guys for coming. I can't believe you're actually real. Not to be rude, but do you mind if I get straight to business and explain what I need? Not at all. Oh, hey, that's exactly what he said. Let's get down to it. See what's ailing ya. Long story short, you need us to go hunt down your missing boyfriend, yeah? Oh, right, I don't know why. Well, it could have been a guy. I mean, just like we saw a bit earlier, it could have been a dude. Could you tell us about what happened leading up to his disappearance? Sure. So my boyfriend's name is Mark. We've been going out for 4 years now. Oh, nice. Congrats. Things have been great between us, except he's in a gang. Oh, you can fix him, sis. Don't worry. They've had him do shady jobs and all kinds of bad things since he joined, from what I can tell. That's why when I knew he was missing, I couldn't turn to the police. Okay, so that's why. Because I was like, this is the exact sort of thing that the guild can handle. And so you figured you had to call in a Spriggan if you wanted to get to the bottom of it. Yes, exactly. But I should make something clear about Mark. He might be in a gang, but deep down, he's such a reasonable, honest guy. Really? Of course you would say that. Once we started dating, he promised me he would get his act together and change his ways. I was even thinking about marrying him in the future. Then a month ago, he told me that he was finally going to leave the gang for good. Uh-oh. That's the last I ever heard from him. Yeah, that sounds about right. Them jokers did not want to hear that from him, especially if he's been in the gang for 4 years. Imagine how many of their secrets he knows. I haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. So he vanished right as he was about to pull out, huh? That's some timing. Any number of things could have happened, but it all definitely raises some eyebrows. You know the name of the gang he belongs to, by any chance? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called Desire or something along those lines. That's a new one. That's all I really know. He never went into any more detail beyond the name when we talked. Right, because he didn't want to get you wrapped up in any of that. Desire, huh? What a corny-ass name for a bunch of goons. You know who those people are, Chief? Oh yeah. I've heard that name come up here and there recently. Can't say I know all that much about them myself, though. At least Aaron has the wherewithal to call Van Chief in front of clients and not Old Fart. If we decide to search for this guy, we'll have to see what we can learn about them first. I tried as much as I could to look into it, but I couldn't figure out where Mark went. You guys are the only hope I have now. Please, is there any way you could possibly help? Yeah. And this will up our law, which is what we need. Sure, I don't see why not. Consider us on board. Oh, thank you! You don't know how much that means to me! Don't go thanking us just yet. We haven't even gotten started. Let's review what we know and then figure out our plan of attack. Basically, our man Mark was determined to get out of Desire so he could live clean. But after making that intention clear, he's been incommunicado for a month. Which brings us to today. My bet's things didn't go exactly to plan once the guy actually tried to pull out. Yeah. Probably need to find someone with an in to the gang and talk to them. See if they have any clue what happened to the guy. You read my mind. I think I know just the person we should hit up. Bermati? If we're talking about a gangster here, then chances are good he's had his fair share of weapons business to take care of from time to time. Oh, maybe the girl from Thunders? Might want to stop by the gun shop in the department store over on Station Street and have a talk with the shopkeeper. Oh, wow! You guys are already so on top of things! I'm so glad I decided to reach out to you. Well, thanks for helping me find Mark. I'll leave it in your capable hands to figure out things now. You can always count on us professionals. We'll contact you again once we have more information about him. Till then, sit tight.
Let's hurry up and finish this.
Right. Desire. So, first things first. And we can just go directly to the department store, thankfully.
Does anything catch your eye?
Okay.
I hope I see you again.
Because knowing Falcom, they're gonna randomly start stalking new stuff, and then we might friggin' miss out.
Can we talk?
So what you got for us? Welcome! Oh, if it ain't Van. What can I do you for today? I'm here on a job. Wanted to ask you a question. You ever heard of a delinquent group going by the name Desire? Oh yeah, nasty bunch, a lot of them. And ain't got a lick of scruples. They'll even take jobs from A. They've been lucky so far. We see what happens to low-level grunts when A's got no more use for them. Violence, blackmail, you name it. Their leader's supposed to be pretty smart too. Got it. Sounds like a load of trouble, to be honest. The leader and one of his goons came here about a month ago. Everyone has such good memories in these games. Bought 2 large caliber orbital guns and left. I'd rather not sell our goods to folks like those, but business is business. Hey, that's capitalism. Oh yeah? A month ago. Do you remember the name of this other goon? I think I do. Mark, if memory serves me well. And it always does. Jackpot. We finally found him. Finally! Our very first lead panned out! Anything else you can recall? Remember I'm talking about Mark taking on this big job so we could split from the team. That's how they roped him in. One last job and then we'll totally let you go. Guns they got were the real deal. Heavy stuff. Bigger and meaner than anything a common gangster should be hauling around. Mark was a ball of nerves when I handed them to him. So we're dealing with a gangster taking on a big enough job that he needs to bust out the big guns for it. All so he could leave them. None of this sounds good, I can tell you that much. That's all I remember. That's plenty. If you need any more info on Mark, maybe get it straight from the horse's mouth and just ask someone from Desire directly. Is she not worried about all their information leakage being traced back to her? Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Well, if they're doing business in the department store, it can't be too hush-hush. Can you point me at someone in particular? Sure can. You know Eddie, the son of the Newberry General Store's owner? He's part of their gang. Oh, right. Heard he was going through a bit of a rebellious phase lately. But I didn't think he'd ended up joining Desire. I don't know where he is right now, though. Well, Newberry's as good a place to start as any. Alright, to Old Town we go. Thanks for the help. Don't mention it. Seriously, don't. Actually, I have something else for you. Heard this story through the Orbital Net recently. Took a while to reach my ears. Something about these Jagger cores that got wiped out right in the outskirts of Baum. You hear about it? No, the news didn't mention anything about that. That's not a name you hear often. Baum's up in the northeast, right? First I've heard of it. How come you're telling us this? Rumor has it that those Jagger cores were hired by someone outside the country. Ah. Most people speculate the carnage might have been A's doing. It's got potential to mess with my weapon supply routes, so I was hoping you'd heard something. We'll probably end up tackling this at some point. Afraid not, sorry. But I'll keep you in the know if I do hear anything. Might be something to keep in mind. So I wonder if we're going to end up near or in Baum.
All my merch. Thank you for visiting the Weston department store.
The white grip is a straight upgrade. The Fangguard. Wait. Oh, I was about to say, why is the Fangguard so much better?
We hope you enjoy shopping with us.
Let's go ahead and give Aaron a little love. Whoa, the ceramic guard. Yeah, Van, he needs that. Just a straight up upgrade. And we're good on spending more cashola. Old Town. Newberry General Store. Go ahead and migrate my
Why, hello.
set up a little bit. Yeah. He looks like he came straight out of Greece. You finally come home and this is how you talk to me? No one asked you how you feel, old hag. Just give me my allowance. Huh? The hell you want, old timer? Keep your nose out of other people's business. Sir, yes, sir. Right, oh my gosh, calm down. Little shit could really use a good roasting, but that ain't my business. We can't talk, we can tag her up, but she's got nothing that we need to find out. Come on, it's just 5,000 Mira. You can lend me that much. Call it my wage for helping around the store. Again with that nonsense? I wouldn't call doing something for a few minutes before flaking out helping at all. Sorry to interrupt. I know you're in the middle of something, but do you think we could talk? Oh, sorry, Van. Didn't mean for you to see that. What can I do you for? Back off, asshole! Can't you see me and the old lady are having an important conversation right now? Hey! That's no way to talk to a customer! And what are you gonna do about that? Jeez! Van's right, this guy needs to be slapped around just a little bit. Don't hit your kids, actually. But Van, he's not Van's kid, so Van can slap him around. Sheesh! Give it a few more minutes and they'll rip each other's throat out. Whoa! Chill out, folks. We wanted to talk to Eddie, actually. Can you give us a sec? What? Me? What do you want? If it's him you're after, take your conversation outside. He'll scare away business if he's inside much longer. Right. Dude's going buck friggin' wild. I've seen you guys around the shop before. What do you want? This is strictly business. We're investigating something for a client. What can you tell us about a guy named Mark? Rolls in the same gang as you, right? Desire. That guy? Why should I tell you anything? I don't owe you people. It's not just anyone asking. Dude's girlfriend wants to know. Lady's been real worried she can't get in touch with him, so she contacted us. Oh, so that's what's going on. Alright. Oh, okay, well that softened him up quick. And he just immediately believed us. But I'm sure, well, Mark probably hasn't mentioned his girlfriend. I know I wouldn't bring up my girlfriend if I was in a friggin' gang. I can see why you'd want to put her mind at ease. It'd suck if they bumped into each other one day and she had no idea what's been going on. You just want to talk, yeah? Nothing more? That wasn't hard, right? Yeah, that's all we need. Whatever you know, anything helps. Well, I don't got much for you. Mark asked to be cut loose from the gang a while back. They let him go. It can't be that simple. Haven't heard much from him since. Been quiet. Did he just want to leave it all behind, maybe? So he's not running with you guys anymore? That's right. I don't think it was out of the blue or nothing. They'd apparently been thinking about it for a while. Wait, is Amy not actually his girlfriend? What if Amy is in the friggin' gang and she's trying to find him? About a month ago, our boss agreed to let him go. On one condition. Alright, we're getting somewhere. What condition? As I hear it, we've just gotten a big job from Almada. They had some beef with this other group that's been hiring Jaegers or something. The Baum connection. Mark was supposed to infiltrate their base and get some intel on them. Give me a break. That's not the sort of shit you put an amateur up to. Not the kind of gig you'd expect to make it back alive from, that's for sure. Yeah, okay. Sending him on a suicide mission so your secrets stay safe. But he's out now, so something must have gone right, yeah? That what you heard? Something like that. Looks like the crazy bastard pulled it off. Can't imagine shit was easy, though. The Jaegers are in Baum, and that's a long ways away. So, the Baum Jaegers could be after him too, then. He's Baum. That chick at the gun shop mentioned that place, too. So this is all related. We ain't sure yet. We got no hard evidence on it. While you're here, can you think of anyone else that might know what's going on with Mark? Yeah, I know a guy. Mark always talked about this childhood friend of his, named Simon, I think. If I'm remembering correctly, he said Simon's the basketball team captain over at Satan. Must be nice having a cool friend like that. Someone's jealous. I'm gonna pull off something real badass one of these days, and then all the senior members will finally want to hang out with me. So that's really, I mean, he's looking for a place to belong. That's ultimately why he joined. But gangs prey on people like Eddie. Then our next stop's the Satan District. Thanks for that. Oh, you won. Yeah, whatever. Don't go wasting that info, okay? Fair enough. And Satan. So this might be a bit because our other request is here too. So we'll probably have a bunch of whoops, wrong button. Yeah. As long as we one of the thingamabobs is that building. So as long as we stay here, I believe. Basketball court. What's this? Eve and Apollo. This is Simon? Oh, they've got the radio playing. What's up? Haven't seen you guys around here. You don't look like tryouts. I'm running this street basketball team, see? Got some of the downtown guys here. They kind of sold out lately, so there haven't been as many guys coming to try out. Oh yeah, I heard a thing or two about that. Some team from the streets making noise around town. Really blew up, didn't it? The street ball thing you started. Oh yeah, it's real big business now. It's better as an outlet than what we used to do. Now we can leave it all out on the court. Oh, so he's talking about his previous gang activities. You got some rough dudes, yeah, but they're pretty chill here. Okay, maybe rough's underselling it a bit. Why don't you take a look and see for yourself?
Let me ask you something.
Alright, give it to us straight. Heard some b-ball team from Satan's been making waves lately. This guy looks like the team captain. Hey there. Got some time for a quick question? Yeah, what's up? Anytime anybody says they have a quick question for you, be prepared for the most involved nonsense of your life, as Simon is about to discover. We're from Arkwright Solutions, and we're working on an investigation right now. You know anything about a guy named Mark who hangs around with Desire? Mark, huh? Yeah, I know him. You looking into him? Yeah, Mark's girl wants us to drag his ass back. Hasn't heard from him for over a month. What I understand, you've been buds with him since you were kids. You got any idea what he's been up to lately? Ha. So she ain't heard from him either. I'd kind of been expecting bad news, but man, he really went and screwed himself over, didn't he? Sounds like you know something about what he's gotten himself into. Care to elaborate? Well, if Amy sent you, then I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I figure you guys know what's best for him, right? Yeah, complete randos you've never heard or seen before? Of course we've got his best interests at heart. So, a month ago, I got this letter from him, and it's weird because he never does that, ever. Said they gave him a job to sneak into some Jagger camp outside of Baum City. Why? Dunno. He told me it was some kind of trial. They were gonna have him go out there by himself and scout the enemy or something. Called it. He sent me that message the night before he was supposed to go. You could tell he was shaking when he wrote it. He said, I don't know if I'm coming back from this one, man. Wrote about Amy, too. If I don't make it home, tell her I ran off with some other girl. So that she doesn't wait up for him? I don't want her grieving for me. Alright, well, Mark's a pretty stand-up dude. Stupid son of a bitch. He didn't want her to grieve. He should have come back alive. Been with him since we were kids, and I couldn't help him when he needed it most. Friggin'... Sorry, I need a sec to cool off. It hurts, man. No problem. Take your time. Mark had a lot of good people who cared about him. I think we got the gist of this now. We got a foreign power that picked up some Jaegers to try and do something about you-know-who. And they responded by getting Desire to do some dirty work and rough up the same Jaeger squad for him. And Mark was the unlucky bastard they picked for the job. And then A went and smashed up those Jaegers anyway. Our guy might have just slipped away during all that. He may still be kicking, for all we know. It's possible, yeah. We just don't have enough info to go on as of yet. We should try to find that article Sylvie told us about. So we go into our contact at the Tyrell Times. What's it say? I'll read it. Headline, Jaeger Corps suddenly gunned down outside Baum City. According to local reports, a Jaeger formation outside Baum City suddenly and violently engaged with an unknown aggressor. However, both sides retreated without a trace afterward, leaving little evidence behind. Authorities did find the body of a young man not far from the scene of the incident. Mark died? He was the only casualty? Bro's luck was on 0! Forensic analysis indicated that the boy died 1 or 2 days before the incident is thought to have occurred. Wait, what? Was this whole thing staged specifically to get Mark, specifically to, muddy how Mark died or something? Authorities are investigating how the boy might have been connected to the battle, but so far they have been unable to identify him. And that's it. Yeah, they didn't say who it was, but it all lines up. I think we gotta call it. Well, I guess Mark got the last laugh in the end. Those Jaegers got burned out there. He didn't come back for Amy, and I think that just about closes the case. So, depending on what we tell her, he did good for some boy in over his head. I guess that's it then. He's gone. You listened in, huh? Yeah, just that bit at the end. I kinda already knew, but yeah. I had to know for sure, as his old friend. Yeah. But do I tell Amy is the thing? I don't know what to do. What do you guys think? Mark made up that lie for you to tell her, right? Yeah. Anything to keep her happy. But this is gonna break her heart either way. We need more law points, so do I tell her the truth or do I honor Mark's last request? We'll think on that for you. Once we loop back with her, we'll tell her what we think is right. Thanks. That'd be a weight off my shoulders. I gotta head out. Take care of Amy, yeah? So, how are we gonna break it to her? Let me think on that for a bit. Not an easy decision to make. We've got time to think while we head over to her, at least. Which means, yep, an opportunity to save. But we're definitely going to give it to her straight. But the next thing, as soon as we hit rank 2, with the thingamabob, is she the other coach? Frala. She must be one of these guys' little sister. Did he say he was tilted? That's funny. Alright, well that's cool. Now, let's go ahead and break the bad news to her. She deserves to know. I know I'd want to know. Definitely wouldn't want to think I'd gotten super duper cheated on. Alright. That was fast? I didn't expect to see you guys again so soon. Does that mean you found some kind of lead on Mark? It's okay if it's nothing big. I'll take anything you have. I want to know. What's it gonna be, Chief? Need to say something. I know. I'm just trying to figure out how to put it. Give me a sec. I can either respect Amy's wishes here and give her the cold hard truth, or I can respect Mark's wishes and cover it up so she doesn't go on mourning him. So that's the gray option. Either way, she's not getting out of this conversation unscathed. It's up to me to choose how this case ends. I have to decide what's ultimately best and stick with it. What do I tell her? I'm gonna give it to her straight. She's the client, after all. Well, a friend of Mark's gave us a letter that he wrote. You should read it first. Then we'll tell you what happened to Mark. This handwriting, it's definitely his. It says he wrote this the night before he left for work? After reading the letter, Amy was left in tears, at which point Van divulged what he read in the online news article. Mark sounded so confident that everything was going to be okay. I completely believed him. I knew it wasn't going to be easy for him to leave the gang, but why? Why did I tell him we could get married if he cut ties with them? If I hadn't said that, he... Well, I'm sorry you had to see all that. I'm okay now. Thank you for delivering the letter to me and uncovering all of that. I'll be forever grateful to the two of you. Wish we had happier news to give you, but that's how it goes in this line of work sometimes. Yes, I understand. Can I ask you for one more thing? Kill everyone in Desire. What is it? Will you guys help me get revenge on Almada? Oh, I was just joking, but that's pretty close. Can't say I didn't see this coming. I'll do what I can. Whatever you ask. I'll give you as much money as you need. Just, please, it can't end like this. If you're not just talking and are willing to put your money where your mouth is, then sure, I'll consider it. You will? You do that for me? Of course. Money buys you lots of stuff from a Spriggan. But you really think that's the best way to honor your boyfriend's memory? I love Van's confidence that he could single-handedly topple Almada as long as the mirror was right. You might not want to hear this, but now that you know as much as you do, you have a certain responsibility to carry out. Live your life as full and happy as you possibly can, yeah. I do? What are you talking about? Mark loved you so much, he tried to quit his gang so he could live legit with you. All he probably ever wanted was to lead a normal, happy life without dragging you into the underworld. So he wouldn't want her to leap headfirst into it. He risked his life to make that happen, and paid the price. Do you think going out and getting your hands dirty is going to bring any happiness? There you go again, old man. Sometimes you're too damn soft for your own good. Oh, well, hey, maybe Aaron doesn't have as much wherewithal as I was giving him credit for earlier. I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. The last thing I want to do is disrespect his feelings. Might have been a little presumptuous with what I said, too. I could have worded that better. I'll keep my opinions to myself from here on. All I'll say is, you should really think carefully about how you want to proceed. Right. Thank you. That was really short-sighted of me to say that, so I'm going to sit down and really process my feelings after this. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave now. Thank you again, both of you, and take care.
That's a wrap.
Mirror deposit confirmed.
Alright, well, blah plus plus. Rank 2? No. Okay, and now we can continue on, but obviously we're gonna do the last bit as well. Oh, sounds like I've got mail. Oh, you got a booty call? No, shut up. It's from the CID. They've got another job for us. Alright, cool. Monster extermination. Typical monster extermination gig, looks like. We'll be heading to Dirk Memorial Park, so that's the first time we're going there. Never been to that place before. I'm guessing it's named after Sheena Durk. Who is that? It's on the outskirts of the city, so we'll have to drive a ways to get there. Wish they picked some place closer. Hold up. What's with all the extra line breaks? Wait. Oh, is it a message?
Make sure you treasure all of your memories.
Oh, alright. That guy's a pain in the neck sometimes. So what's the plan, Chief? Well, the pay's decent enough, I guess. I think snatching it out of the guild's grubby paws is the play here. We're gonna need to take the car though, so let's get back to the garage once we're done with everything else. And we're not yet done with everything else. Yeah, the Satan District thing is now gone green because we no longer need to complete it to keep things going forward. All right. Man, I feel bad. They aren't like I really thought Amy was it was gonna turn out that she was super duper evil, but we have already gotten a twist like that before. I feel bad. Like this is even like worse though. The actual situation that ended up happening. Welcome to Erland. We have outfits for the discerning lady and gentleman. Our clothes suit any age and gender, handcrafted with our philosophy in mind. Here at Erland, we work to draw out your true inner beauty to help you be who you really are. And we hope we can help you show your true colors yourself. Do we have to buy something? Vivid makeup bag. Enamel jacket. Oh, of course we immediately run into something that's even better. We're not buying that. We can get him... Let's get him some black loafers. Schnazz him up a little bit. What are we... Red hair for Van. Nah. Maybe we'll come back here at some point. But what are we...
We await your next visit.
Hmm? Do we have to talk to her again? Okay, yes, we did have to talk to her again. Oh yeah, we got that mystery solving thingy. Mistress Taylor on the cutting edge of fashion, huh? The manager here fits the bill. Do you have a minute? We're doing this mystery solving game thing. Said to look for a Mistress Taylor. That you, by chance? My, I wasn't expecting anyone to figure it out that quickly. I mean, it seems like you were the only... Well, whatever. I am indeed the mistress you seek. I'm the royal family's personal tailor. And since I have a key, you must have figured out that I'm complicit in the princess's kidnapping as well. Alas, I am unmasked. What's Van sweat shopping for? Look, the people who really get into it make it fun. Like, everybody standing around being too cool to actually play act, that's no fun. Sure thing. You're way more into this than I was expecting. So that's what they meant by full body. Was hoping for more, but maybe it'd be fun to get in character like they're doing. It is! It's always more fun to be into it. I mean, I don't care. Do whatever you want. Now that I've been found out, oh dear, what's a conspirator like me to do? I'll give you the key if you just let me go, I promise. To be honest, I was against kidnapping her from the start, truly. But a certain someone gave me an offer I couldn't refuse, treasure beyond my wildest dreams. I simply had to play along. Evidently, bribery is a big problem in this kingdom. Who's the certain someone, though? Oh, forgive me, I just can't say. But a promise is a promise. Here's the first key and the next clue. Best of luck. Van retrieved the first key. So this here's the next puzzle. Let me take a look. This will be like, this isn't the first time we've gotten something along these lines, but it's framed a little differently in games past. Look to the river for your next key, so the Riverside District, where a metal box ferries passengers underground. The man watching over it holds the key. So we have to go into the underground at the Riverside? Well, that's obvious. Give us something a little tougher next time, why don't you? I'll be watching over your progress if you don't mind. Only you can set her free, brave knight. Her fate is in your hands. Whew. Right. How did I do? Pretty good. Sold the whole Corrupt 8 thing pretty well. Damn it, now I'm invested. Feels like I gotta see the game to the end now. We always do, Van. We got a while, though. Well, thank you. This has been a fine change of pace for me. Doesn't take much to win you over, does it? Van's a big old softy. Let's go get that next key. Alright, into the riverside. But these are, it's kind of funny. When the first drops, I'm gonna be... Was that the first? I believe it was the first. It's either the first or it's gonna be the second. But there's one puzzle that's artificially much more difficult to... Wait. There's another 4SPG? No friggin' way.
Now, what's it say?
Then what's the... Oh, okay. Wait, does this... Oh, this leads to the underground too, right. Okay, so here we are, right at the entrance to the Riverside subway. It said, look to the river and where a metal box ferries passengers underground. That's gotta mean here. Okay, let's head down underground. Next key is being held by the man that watches over the metal boxes, yeah? So a conductor? Yeah. But yes, there's one particular puzzle that's artificially much more difficult because they effed up on one of the clues. Yo, we're playing a puzzle game right now. I take it you're the one watching over the second key? Very astute. You'd be correct. Before you stands the supervisor of the Kingdom of Edith's underground mine. With the subterranean tunnels known only to me, whisking away the princess was child's play. Looks like he's really gotten into this. So you're the one who actually nabbed her. In one sense, yes. I did little more than carry her off to her prison, however. It was someone else who hatched the plot to take her there. I assume you want to know who, but you'll get nothing more from me. If you desire the truth, it lies beyond the next mystery. Here's the second key, as a reward for your cunning. He as soon as they mentioned a thing, he was like, oh yes, I get to do something else for once during my workday. Van received the second key. Jumping straight to the next one, huh? Let's see. The final key is in the Tyrell district. That's not even... What? The ever-resourceful guide of the theater has it on their person. This is just straight up telling us where to go. Okay, but you know what? I put in my fair share of hours struggling with the previous incarnations of requests like these. So the game literally just being like, go here, talk to this person, I'm not gonna complain about that too much. So this one's in Tyrell. The ever-resourceful guide of the theater. Another dumb riddle, I'm guessing. It's not even a riddle, it's just telling us where to go. At this point, I'm kind of curious about the ending, honestly. Let's get a move on. Right, Tyrell District and Esprit Cinema.
What are we waiting for?
Spirit Movies. It's not her? Oh. This guy. The clue we got mentions an ever-resourceful guide to the theater. If I had to guess, it's probably talking about this guide who works at Esprit Cinema. One way to find out. Got a second? We're taking part in this riddle game that's being tested right now. You the ever-resourceful guide to the theater that's got the last key we're looking for, by any chance? Unbelievable! To think someone has reached the likes of me at long last! Yes, what you say is true. I serve the Kingdom of Edith as a humble member of this theatrical company. Long have I awaited the arrival of one who would come for my key, and it seems as though that time is finally upon us. You've been waiting for us, huh? That's a new one. That's not what your pal said. You different from them somehow? That I am. As it so happens, I was once part of the Knights Brigade. Circumstances have since seen me in the employ of this troop. However, my loyalty to the Edith royal family remains as unwavering as ever. Indeed, upon catching wind of a plot by a certain count to imprison the princess, I saw fit to infiltrate the enemy's ranks. Oh! So the princess is actually safe thanks to his efforts. I lack the means to stop the Count's schemes. That is why I have sought someone to whom I could entrust my key. And at last they have arrived! Didn't expect there to be any espionage involved in this whole scavenger hunt. There's more to the plot of this thing than I expected. And with that, I shall now leave the last key in your capable hands. Obtain the last key. Thanks, you won't regret it. From the way you're talking, it sounds like you know who's behind all of this. Care to fill us in? Certainly. The man who imprisoned our fair princess is none other than Count Iota. So it's somebody at the Orbital shop. He is a vile man who oppressed the people of his dominion. Thus the royal family saw fit to punish him for his misdeeds. As a result, the Count came to harbor a profound grudge against them, which has led to today's tragic state of affairs. Gotcha. I guess that'd do it. But fear not! Justice is on our side, for the Count's own butler, Ilan, is of the same mind as myself. Give unto him the 3 keys that you have assembled, and he shall be able to free the princess at long last. Good luck! The fate of her royal highness now rests within your hands. Please, do not let the kingdom down! Oh, but don't you worry. We'll rescue your fair princess. I don't mind putting in the work. Because once she's free, she can repay me with a healthy dose of happily ever afters for the rest of our days. He's fully invested too. You just had to turn this into a cheap porno, didn't you? Anyway, looks like our next stop is this Count Iota's manor, wherever that might be. Iota and Ilan. I've heard those names somewhere before. Yeah, there's no riddle this time, but guess we gotta put on our thinking caps and hustle one last time. There was no riddle last time either. Isn't there some place in town called Iota? I'm sure we'll run into it if we walk around long enough. Let's roll. So I guess this is your... Because if you've been skipping literally everything, then you might have some trouble with this. So we'll just take it as our reward for paying attention. Who's up here? Alright, somebody up here? Oh, can't do anything back there just yet. This place's name is Iota. Ilan's the owner's name. We're in the endgame now, literally. You must be Ilan, correct? Count Iota's butler. You know my name. Then you must have come to save the princess. Sure have. And we got all 3 keys too. Van handed the 3 keys they gathered to Ilan. You actually brought them! These are indeed the keys we need to unlock the princess's cell. She may finally walk free once more! But you can't just go and backstab the Count without paying the price, yeah? What's the script say about that? You're absolutely right. I'm sure to pay a price for this. Perhaps the steepest price of all. But I am only standing before you today because of the royal family. I could not live with myself if I didn't help them in their hour of need. I will go and set the princess free now. Can I ask you to wait here while I do so? Sure. Is he gonna go get another employee? Wonder who's playing the princess. She better be hot as hell considering everything we did to finish this whole thing. Thank you for your patience. I've brought the princess here with me. Nice. We finally get to... Oh, who's this guy? So you are the kind strangers who rescued me, are you? Thank you so much. The kingdom of Edith will never forget this kindness. Oh, come on. At least put some oomph into it. Don't drop the ball at the end. Hell no. Can we get a recast on this princess? I'm sorry. We couldn't find anyone to play the role of the princess in time. Thanks for helping out, Ilan. Don't mention it. I had a lot of fun. I'd be happy to help out again if you have any other roles for me. I'll leave it to you then. See you around. Well, can you tell me what you thought of the game then? Honestly, it was more fun than I expected it to be. Right, and all the performers getting into their roles helped make the experience. Can you imagine if they just were very bored and said, you got me, here's the key? There'd be nothing to experience. You clearly put a lot of effort into both the puzzles and the setting. Your casting choices weren't half bad, princess notwithstanding. I really am sorry about that. I wasn't sure if there was really a mystery game like this. But judging by your reactions, it looks like I was worrying for nothing. Yeah, people really dig this sort of thing. Yeah, could always try a different setting if you want to shake things up a little. Don't gotta stick to the kingdom and princess setting. Yep, that's the plan. I've always had trouble getting people to take an interest in my ideas. Many feel like the puzzle games are just inaccessible. But if I can nail the setting, then maybe that'll draw people in, and then they'll realize how much fun they can be, and making sure the puzzles aren't ridiculously obnoxious like a certain someone. Always good to see someone enjoying their hobbies. Yeah, but I don't plan on keeping it a hobby. I want to set up an event planning company and take it to the next level. Anyhow, my confidence is soaring sky high now with a glowing review coming from our famous Spriggan. I'm heading home to start working on the next game.
That's a wrap.
And so this one, is it going to be just law? All right. Not just one additional free time point was added for completing all of the 4 SPGs. Oh yeah.
What's next?
So we've got a bunch of hangouts.
I'll take good care of it.
And so we can hang out with everybody. We'll start with Dingo. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Asteon. Yep, that's luxury. Excess Express all the way. I don't think I could handle her. No, resist the temptation, Van. Only got eyes for Ingrid. Can you really say you love your car when you haven't modded the hell out of it? Aren't you... Marielle? Hey, look who it is. Bumped into each other in Longport too, didn't we? We have a knack for doing that. Well, what timing? I've been looking for you. Is it true that you and your company had a hand in resolving that incident? May I ask a few questions, please? I'd like your account of the events. Whoa, okay, slow down. What are we talking about here? You might be mixing me up. We booked it back to Edith after you saw us, so I don't think we had any part in that. Van, so quick with the lies. I have reports that you were at the scene. Don't play dumb, please. We've also heard that you traveled to Crave Village shortly before that attack there. There's something about you, something that makes these incidents pop up wherever you go. There's gotta be a correlation. Yeah, no, we weren't even there. Man, she's nosy. How the hell does she know? Oh, shit. Is that Dingo over there? She's like, I'm not gonna fall for that. Wait, real? Hey, you're not getting me with that again. You're trying to throw me off the scent, just like with that Maxim scoop. What ended up... We never did find out what Maxim's deal even was. No, seriously, I swear that's him. And who's that lady hugging his arm? Are you actually serious? There is a lady. Wait. And they're going into the Hotel Maserati. Oh, sly dog. Didn't think he had it in him. And that's a pretty snazzy hotel they're walking into. What's the scoop there, I wonder? Just wait a second. Right. Not sure why you're hounding me. Shouldn't you be looking into Dingo? I know. I need your help with them. Oh, talk about a 180. You specialize in investigations, right? You're all, like, sneaky and stealthy and stuff. Well, no, I ain't a detective. Why would I just tail a guy like that? Fine, I can stalk him. Van, such a softie. So let's see what's up with this. What are they saying? I can barely hear them. Hence why I said we should get a bit closer. Well, then he'd spot us for sure. From my sneaky and stealthy experience, no, I think we'd be fine. Sorry for keeping you like that. Oh, not a problem. I'm glad we were able to talk this out some more. I'll be back, you know. She must be some kind of reporter judging by the badge. Huh? Or, huh? So what the heck were they talking about? They weren't breaking up, were they? That's not the vibe I got. Is Dingo calling her? What? How long have you two been there? Of course Dingo would clock us. Dingo! Well, funny story. We just happened to be in the Maserati Hotel. Told you. He knew from the start. Right. Vanna's like, he was on to us almost immediately, so there was no point hiding up here. Dingo! Who was that woman just now? Is she your... You know? No. She's a colleague, Marielle. She's on the selection committee for an award body. Award body? Oh, don't tell me. She's with the Fuelitzer Prize people? Somebody got himself a Fuelitzer, huh? Well, not quite, but yes, they've been bugging me about it for a while. Wait, the Fuelitzer? You're in the running for the highest journalistic award in the land and you didn't tell anybody? What for? Why are you being so secretive about... My stupid phone! Who could be the editor-in-chief? Now? Hello? Okay. Yes. Right, I get that. Sir, please, Okay. Alright. I'll be there in a bit. Ouch. They tell you to stop wandering around and start doing your job? Of all the stinking times! I'm holding you to this, Dingo. You'd better fess up next time. Looks like you got your hands full these days. She's eccentric. I'll leave it at that. But damn, nice job on the Fuelitzer nod. I had no idea they were reaching out to you about that. Though now that I think about it, I guess you were kinda a shoo-in. You were on the ground for the war, if I recall. Yep, I remember running into you once or twice. You were on the Mirage side, but you still lent us a hand from time to time. Wait, what? Dingo was working against Operation Meal Mirage? Or is he talking about like the journalistic team or group? I had comms with all of Calvert's media outlets at the time. The Real Guardian, the Tyrell Times, you name it. I even branched out to some international outlets. I was chasing the truth behind it all. Everything else be damned. I put a lot of stuff together from a bunch of different sources, so I guess they wanted to recognize that. Heard you were up on the front lines when the fighting broke out, snapping photos of the battle. The reality of war, those outlets called it. You were anonymous at the time, but I had a feeling it was you. Blew everyone away. That's the thing. It wasn't just me. I can't accept that award in good faith if it means putting down everyone else. I'd hoped they'd just leave me be if I kept running long enough, but nope. Here they are in Edith. I get that, but come on, don't sell yourself short. You risked your life out there to get those photos. Somebody's got to be recognized for that, and it might as well be you. Plus, you accept that award and it gives you a platform. You can thank them all you want once your articles start selling like hotcakes. Nah, it still doesn't feel right. And I don't think I'd be that big. Nah, old Dingo Brad is still a too-big gossip rag reporter. He is really downplaying himself. That's all I'm ever gonna be. And all I ever wanna be. I mean, sure, I guess. That's your life and all. You let that whole nihilist bit slip a little bit when you watch over that new girl, though. Just a heads up. That's rich coming from you. You act all tough, but then you ferry all your part-timers around like some kind of mother hen. Big ol' softy. Exactly what I was saying. So they're two peas in a pod. But, well, I guess you've got a point. There's nothing wrong with training her up as an apprentice. Pfft, don't need to give it a cool spin to justify it. Nothing wrong with doing you, just as long as we don't make fools of ourselves in front of the youngins. But you're on the right side of 25. You are a youngin. But yeah, we just gotta keep moving forward, you know? Right, like what is Van talking about? Van bid Dingo farewell and returned to his work.
Always room for improvement for us role models.
Neat. The blind lady killer. Additional strength. Ooh, and Van too. Van's connection state allowing... Oh, so I guess in this case, you is not Van, but us, the player. Shrewd negotiator. Defense plus 10. Van getting stronger and stronger.
Ladder launch.
And so we've got that memorial. And let's do Agnès next. Weston, thank you again for agreeing to come out shopping with me, Van. I'm only going to buy some personal items, though. You really didn't have to accompany me. You got a lengthy shopping list, right? Figured you'd need some help carrying it all. Something about a bunch of art class supplies, yeah? That's right! We're about to start lessons on oil painting soon. And I don't suspect I'll be able to produce something I'll be proud of with my current supplies. It's also a good chance to replace some of my older equipment with better materials too. Man, art supplies are a bit of a friggin' racket. I like to doodle from time to time. And that's how they get you. Being a student is really rough on the wallet, huh? Well, let's see what we can find. Thank you. It's surprising just how much of a difference in price there can be between paints that are basically the same color. There's supposed to be a massive quality, like don't quote me on any of this stuff, but there's supposed to be a quality difference. Though knowing how things are going in real life, it's about to just start being a subscription for every friggin' thing. And then I have to choose between a 12 color set and a 24 color set. There's an almost overwhelming amount of options. For sure, the pricier ones are supposed to have more vibrant colors that fade less and have better coverage. Not gonna tell you how to spend your money, but do keep in mind that you're at Aramis of all places. Trying to make do with stuff more suited to your stage of learning instead of shooting for top range goods could be educational in itself. Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should go for something more basic and affordable then. I'd also like to buy a wide variety of brushes. I have some already, but it's just a beginner set I bought when I enrolled. See, I never got to... I was still coloring with like charcoal and stuff like that. Well, not coloring, but like drawing with that, because color theory is like a whole different beast. Maybe it'd be worth buying something expensive like this fan brush then. I know I just said not to shoot for top range goods, but with brushes, a difference in materials really does open up a lot of options. You know a lot more about this than I expected. You do seem to have a lot of hobbies though. Is painting one of them? No, not really. Gave it a shot, but I learned real quick it wasn't for me. How about this set? Looks like it'd be a perfect match for you. Oh, the luxury Aramis the Artist model brush. Goodness gracious, this is expensive. That will be 2,000 mira in total. Holy crap. I did something once in Arabonia where we looked at the average price of buying a newspaper compared to the average price of how it is. Like we compared the prices of a newspaper and then went off of that. The Tyrell Times, I think, costs us about $120, and a newspaper can't sell for more than a newspaper. I don't think I've seen one selling for more than like $4 maybe. I really shouldn't have brought up math. $4 is the 120 or so mira. As well, to get super rough, let's add another 0 on there. So $40 would be about 1,200 mira. And so 80 bucks would be about 2,400 Mira. So we'll go ahead and call it and say she spent about $65. She spent about 65 USD on that, which I don't think is all, especially for art equipment. Some of that stuff gets stupid pricey, so she was smart with her cashola, I think. I'll pay with this then. I'm quite happy with how that went. It fit perfectly within my budget too. Yeah, figured you'd end up overspending with everything you got. You're good at keeping to a budget for a rich girl. I wouldn't quite describe myself that way. Of course, they never do. She's comfortable, not rich, right? But I suppose school has forced good habits on me. I perform a lot of different jobs as part of the student council. Huh. Maybe I could use some of those skills back at the office. I wouldn't mind helping with all there is to do at the office. Alright, well that's cool. Having finished shopping with a little time to spare, Agnès decided to stop by Riverside to test her new art supplies. Go ahead and get a lay of the land. Don't know why I'm even surprised an Airmus student would knock it out of the park with art too. Oh, so she's no chump at this. All I'm really doing is applying what we learned in class. But it's nice spending an occasional off day painting like this. The light reflecting off the river surface is beautiful, and the breeze feels quite nice. It's fun. Good to hear, though painting the cityscape feels a fair bit advanced. Really? I feel like I see painters doing it all the time. There's literally somebody doing it in a I forget what it's called, but she's on the little bridge thing in the spot where the guild is at. Come to think of it, Aramis the artist himself drew a member of Edith's cityscapes, I believe. Aramis was a guy? It's okay, well, if I recall correctly, his earlier works depicted immigrants who'd been turned away from their homes. Oh, well, Calvert is a super melting pot. His later works depicted the streets of Edith after the Calvardian Revolution. The biggest constant is he always paints people, not just landscapes. That's not a surprise coming from one of the main parties behind the revolution and your school's founder. Though I also heard he was a real weirdo, as all artists tend to be. Oh, taking pot shots at Agnès? I don't think you're far off. I've heard of his eccentricities in some of my classes. But sitting here right now, painting the city landscape just as he did, helps me imagine what he might have thought of as he did this too. I can't help but think that he would have wanted the peaceful joy he painted on his canvas to reflect forever outside of it too. You might not be far off there. Oh, no way! So you know, someone come to disturb the peace? What? You're kidding! Oh, they're Aramis students. They're probably on their way back home after their club activities. Let me know if I'm being rude or anything, but I kinda think you should have joined the club yourself. Joining clubs is a much bigger deal in Japanese culture than it is in American ones. I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine. I'm more than happy keeping busy after school and on the weekends with my part-time job, which normally isn't allowed with my limited understanding of how these things work. It's taught me a great deal just working with you and everyone at the office, and needless to say, I enjoy it a lot too. Right, this is her after-school activity. Of course, I do still make time to contribute to school activities when the time allows for it. Well, if you're enjoying your student life, then there's no reason for me to butt in. You're not the kind to neglect school and flunk out just because of a part-time job. Right, I'm sure not only would Van feel awful if she failed because of his activities, but Elaine would probably chop his head off. I agree there. I have always liked studying, to be frank, so it hardly feels like a burden. I like organizing study groups in my free time. Studying with friends is surprisingly effective. There's always something new to learn from others. You can never truly stop learning. It's hard at times, but it's also very rewarding. Yeah, I trust you. Just don't go missing out on quality time with your friends just because you're busy with your job, okay? The friends you make in school have the potential to be some of the best you'll ever make. And this is basically your only chance to ever do that. High school wasn't all that. Oh, I will keep that in mind. And that's, I thought she said she was working a part-time job. But they just went shopping and now they're even painting. Bro's jelly. You're mad. This is so suspicious. I need to look into this more. Maybe if we just tell him what's going on? Van and Agnès returned to their patrols after she was done with her painting.
I really want to get to know you better, Van.
Strong-willed student, SELM chain effect plus 5%. I didn't know that was the sort of thing that could go up. And we got one more. Yes. See what Renee's all about. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. So, what's the big deal, Renee? Why'd you drag me all the way out here on such short notice? You know I'd prefer if you didn't call me that. All these years later, and I still have to remind you first thing when we sit down to talk. You never changed, do you, Van? So why is he calling him by his first name when he doesn't want to be called by his first name? F that! I only call you that because it's still your name, pal. Change your name, and I'll change what I call you. Simple as that. Huh. I take that back. You have changed. You're now sassier than before. Now then, I realize that ever since we exchanged contact info, we haven't once gotten together in private like this. So, since I had some time to relax away from work today, I decided to call you over here. And now, here we are. So, you don't have any real business with me, is what you're saying. You're a real roundabout guy, you know that? So, Renee just wanted his friend's company. Most guys, when they just want to shoot the shit together, do it over a couple pints at the local bar or something. Trust me, I have plenty of reasons to drink. We'll have to make time to do that sometime later. Unlike your freewheeling self as a Spriggan, those of us in the government always have our hands full with work. And I never said I didn't have business with you, Van. Don't you think it's my job as something of the older brother to wonder how you're doing and want to check in? Whoa, that's new! Renee considers himself something of an older brother to Van? Oh, so that's what all this is about, huh? Well, I'm just about the same as ever. Barely keeping the business afloat as best I can. You know how it goes. So he probably considers himself an older brother to Elaine as well. You brought in more help though, didn't you? I heard he's attached to Heiue as well. With one glaring exception, I have to say, you're building up quite the seedy roster of lackeys over there. Could you not dig these things up like you're a world-class shovel before I've even said a word about them? But just so we're clear, they foisted themselves onto me without asking. And they're not there because I asked them to be. Yeah. Oh, Van. If I had it my way, I'd still be flying solo and everything would be perfect. You say that, but you have a noticeable spring in your step compared to before. Yeah, he does. It's fine to say you like them, Van. You're not a child anymore. No need to be bashful. Shut up. It's always the same with you. You and Elaine both. And you, I should say. If nothing else, I imagine your new helpers will be good for you in the long run. My hope is they'll keep you from... Uh-oh. Crap. My hope is they'll keep you from being tempted to repeat what you pulled before. Certainly Elaine and I would both appreciate it. So, this is something, I think this is alluding to something that we heard of at the end of Reverie. Aren't you gonna pick that up? It's probably a work call, isn't it? Don't worry about it. This is more important. Aw, Renee! Now, you're not in a rush, right? Why don't you and I stay here for a while? At least until we're done drinking our coffee. You can even order some dessert if you like. It'll be my treat. I'm feeling generous. Are you telling me we're... Keep talking like normal and don't look alarmed. This must look like a perfectly natural conversation. Oh, somebody is watching us? Oh, we're being listened in on. Yeah, he's talking to that guy we have in our data. Alright, I'll contact you again later. Looks like he took off. Am I right in thinking it was you he was watching and not me? Indeed, your intuition is on point. And there, correct. No problems here. Proceed with things as we originally planned. So, there's layers of espionage going on here. Oh. God dang it. Adios. This is why you really called me out here, isn't it? No need to be so upset. It wasn't entirely about me. I genuinely wanted to hear how you were doing too. I didn't say I was upset. His name is Hubert. He's a relatively recent hire of the CID who joined us a year and a half ago. Wait, Hubert? Is he the guy from... no, that guy had blue hair, I think. Is Hubert the guy from Reverie? I think that must be him. Yeah, okay, yes. I'm fairly certain it rings a bell. I'm gonna have to check that. But I didn't make a note of which daydreams I put into which episodes, so I might have to go hunting for it. That's all? He sure looks and acts like someone who's got a lot less fresh than that. What's a guy like him doing looking after one of the agency's own analysts? I said he was new to the CID, not the occupation itself. He used to work for the Imperial Army's intelligence division. That is him! Okay, now I don't have to look for it. Alright, we know all about Hubert. One of Erebonia's guys. Didn't their agency just get a big reshuffle a little while back? That's right. With the Ironbloods out of the picture and the war over, he said he saw the Empire as a lost cause. Right. So he came over to our side and was nice enough to supply us with intelligence about the founding of Erebonia's new intelligence division. He still maintains his citizenship over there as well. So he's here on a work visa then. A double agent then. He is, insofar as most people within the CID are concerned, right? I'm sure, like, there's no way he'd be able to pull... Well, let me let him say it first. Hold on, you're telling me he's... Yes, in all likelihood, he's a triple agent. Okay, I was gonna let him say it first, but yes, as the Daydream points out, Hubert is definitely still aligned with Erebonia. He really didn't have much of a choice, actually. He hasn't truly defected to our side. His real objective is to either obtain information on us or disrupt our operations. All under the orders of Lecter Arundel at the new division. I've heard that name before. Has a reputation for being a real cunning bastard. You're telling me, even with the Ironbloods gone, he's a formidable figure who continues to sit at the heart of their intelligence operations. Nearly all spies we sent into Erebonia since the war have either been terminated or sweet-talked into joining him instead. Dang. Yeah, of course Lecter's killed people though, or Lecter's either killed people or had people killed. That's not the surprising bit. Well, it is sort of surprising still. We've had quite a lot of egg on our face in recent times because of him. Alright, so back up a sec. If you already know that much about him, then that means you must be doing something about it, right? Correct. By letting him see me with you, we hope to cause a little disruption of our own within his intelligence network. Van is that important? With any luck, he'll be turned into a quadruple agent working to our benefit, whether he realizes it or not. Oh my gosh, there's way too many layers to this. Suffice it to say, it will be very interesting to see what Scarecrow's next move will be. I'm not gonna lie, all this double crossing crap you got going on is making my head spin. And hey, keep me out of your stupid intelligence warfare. I don't want anything to do with that bullshit whatsoever. Now, no need to get so worked up. I told you that you can order anything off the dessert menu. Go ahead, pick whatever you like. It'll make you feel better. Don't you try to bribe me, you spectacled sadist! But he did, I'm sure. Van proceeded to order the most expensive desserts he could find out of spite. However, Kincaid wasn't even fazed, paying for it without a word of protest. I'm sure he gets paid extremely well. Exasperated by his friend's eternally unflappable demeanor, Van returned to work with a sigh.
I'll be putting you to good use.
I really like Van's dynamic with his friends. Elite Agent Kincaid's Dex +3. Well, that's a bit of an interface spoiler now, isn't it? So Kincaid can fight. And not just fight. Kincaid will be fighting with us at some point in this game. He strikes me as he's probably some kind of marksman. That's what he strikes me as. Or somebody who uses like a cane sword or something. But you've got one more section. But give me 1 second. And now to our last stop.
On my way.
So we have to actually go back to the, yeah. Oh, we have to just hit up the garage. That's okay. Investigate. Yeah, let's head over to the park. The main story will advance. Let's go. Though now Van contacted the backup members and explained the situation. There might have been blue sub-events, but I'm sure we're fine. Before long, everyone was gathered in front of the garage and ready to go. And so now the things that they're saying aren't going to be inconsequential anymore and people are going to react to them. So the Memorial Park is a place people from the capital go to relax? That's right. Whole families sometimes go there for picnics, for example. It's also popular for couples going on dates, since it's split into multiple areas, each with their own natural charms. That sounds like a perfect place to do some combat drills. Small fry here never changes. It's within walking distance if you really want to go that way, but most people just head there by car or by bus. It's about 30 minutes from here in the car. Whoa, that means it'll probably be a little over an hour walking. Kind of a trek, but I guess we got no choice. Let's see what this pickup of yours is like to ride. Oh, that's right. This will be your first time in Van's car. You better not get her dirty, punk ass. A little late for that. Poor thing probably stinks of old man musk after years of carrying you around. I'm gonna murder you someday, you little shit.
Oh, excuse me. Wait, this number belongs to...
Oh, that's fine.
Hello? Yes, I'm glad you called, actually.
Is it going to be the, what was it? Is it going to be Black Rabbit? No, that was somebody else. Kitty?
I'm afraid I might be back a little late today. You see... What? From my family?
Oh, cool.
But I'm about to...
Wait, is Agnès not coming?
I'm not going to force you to come back. It's all up to you.
It is, Kitty. Is Agnès really not coming with?
Message received. I'm on my way.
Whoa! They're really taking her out of the party.
Yes, of course. Goodbye for now, then.
Hey, I say that all the time.
I'm so sorry. Something important's come up that I really need to take care of.
Don't sweat it. You'll do whatever you gotta do. The rest of us can handle a few stray critters.
I'm sure you can, but please be careful.
So this is the game telling you that you better have somebody else who's able to handle healing duty.
Again, my apologies. I'll make my way back to the office as soon as I'm done.
So we'll come back to pick her up and she'll have something crazy with her when we do. Huh. What was that all about? Agnès doesn't usually lose her composure like that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Just let her do her thing. We'll get our job done and be back here by this evening. Van's dynamic with Wait, what? Oh, for a moment I was like, why is Fairy driving? But right, they do it's opposite day in Calvard. It's such a shame Agnès got called away. And it's funny, Van was probably like, I'm sure that Aaron went to go sit in the front seat and Van was like, no. I was really hoping this would be our first 4 SPG as a team of 4. If school or, in this case, family comes knocking, there ain't much she can do about it. Call-outs come with the territory of part-time jobs. You know, there's something fishy with that girl. And I don't just mean the Genesis stuff. What are you talking about? Van's probably cottoned on to it as well. Not that I know what they're talking about. I thought she was just going to tell us what it was when she gets back, but she was pretty evasive. I think her whole backstory might be made up. Whoa! Really? Epstein's like mega famous. Dude invented the orb mint. Is she really related to a big shot like him? Also, her last name, Claudel, is totally made up. You think? What makes Aaron think so? What? You really think so? Man, you really are sharp. Of course Van already knew that, but why does he think that? I don't think she pulled the name out of a hat, though. Every time she introduces herself, she seems proud, but also a little guilty. So I'm thinking it's her mother's maiden name or something. Huh? You saw right through her too, huh? Anyway, there's no reason to use a fake name unless the real one's worth hiding. If I had to bet, I'd say it's actually... Wait, just a minute. I'm having trouble keeping up here. So wait, if she's not actually related to maybe her name is actually Agnès Epstein then? No, his name that's already, because his first name was Cloud or Claude, so it came from that. But we already know what's his face definitely didn't have any kids. We've already met all the Russells, so. But if Agnès is keeping the secret from us, she must have a reason. I don't think we should be prying. Right, we have to give her time to tell us in her own time. Come on, small fry. I know deep down you want to find out too. You want to understand why she'd hide stuff from the people she claims are her friends. Well, maybe people calling you the prodigy of Longport was just a fluke. Someone with that rep would know better than to gossip about a teenager when they ain't even around. My cat is trying to knock over my setup again. Everyone's got a secret or two they don't want to share, even with folks they call their friends. I'm sure Van is just a bundle of secrets. Leaving home must have turned you into a real small-minded man if you can't understand that. So, that's one way to get Aaron to shut up. Alright. I was being a bit childish. In the end, she's just another teenage girl, so I guess it doesn't really matter who she is or where she's from. But if she's supposed to be watching my back in battle, I at least want to know how serious she is about all this. I suspect the answer to that is more than any of us. Yeah, I'm with you there. She doesn't know diddly about combat compared to the rest of us, yet she still chooses to fight alongside us. In this short time, she's already faced a lifetime's worth of danger because of it too. Say, this ride of yours isn't half bad after all. But can this tin can go any faster? I'm not getting any younger here. Cut the crap or I'm leaving you on the side of the road. Alright, so this time... Wait! Dirk Memorial Park. Oh, okay. I was like, why are we off-road? But they did say it wasn't that far. People walk here? It doesn't seem like there's... Well, Dirk Memorial Park. The air is so fresh out here! Huh. Never would have figured they'd have a green patch like this right next to the Capitol. Looks empty, though. Where are all the people? Probably not here because of the monsters. Seems like they've had the place closed off since yesterday due to the whole monster problem. Otherwise, there'd be a pile of buses and people right in front of us. Hey, you're right! It really is closed. They should know we're here. Oh, we're coming. Let's have a chat with the ranger. Alright. Oh, they're probably trying to hail a cab back. Is there anything new here? Fruit au lait. Don't mind if we do. Did you folks just drive up? I hate to break it to you, but we're closed for today. Actually, we're here on business. Van explained that they came in response to the park's request. Oh, so you're the ones who are coming in to help, huh? Yeah, they told me to expect you. Sounds like you guys have a really nasty monster on your hands. Yeah, it happens from time to time, unfortunately. The environment attracts them. Usually, the Bracers send out a big squad when this sort of thing happens. Are you three going to be okay going in alone? Yeah, we'll be fine. Nothing we haven't seen before. Mind opening the gate for us so we can get to work? Of course. Go right in. Thanks for taking care of this for us. Alright, should be easy enough from here. Oh, they had some guy in here sweeping the place? Alright, well. Ooh, who's that? Going by our information, the monster should be somewhere along this path. Let's try and get this thing cleared out before sunset so we can head back while there's still light out. Say, if we do a good job here, think you could treat us to someplace nice in the entertainment district? Yeah, right. In your dreams, kid. Is that statue who I think it is? Who do you think it is? Yep, Sheena Durk, Calvard's most famous revolutionary. The mother of Calvardian democracy in the stone. Yep, they opened this park and nature preserve in her memory after she died. When the revolution started, she was all of 20 years old, give or take. Still just a student. So she was a student at whatever university is here then, I guess. And if she was 20 when the Calvardian Revolution happened, they haven't actually said when the Calvardian Revolution occurred. But this would have been around the time when Calvard was founded then, probably. So definitely more than 40 years ago. And Sheena is to Calvard as Dreichels is to Erebonia then. She brought together a pretty colorful band of folks to make it all happen. Even had to take on the Erebonian army when it intervened. She wasn't just a contemporary of Dreichels. It sounds like she fought Dreichels. Yeah, that's a hell of a lot to put on your plate. Girl must have had some real spunk to pull all that off. Totally. Her statue is so beautiful. She looks so dignified. I remember Abi mentioning how he saw a statue of the Lance Maiden when he went to the Empire a long time ago and... What's the matter? Nothing. It's just... There's something about her that looks familiar to me. Huh? What are you... Actually, hang on. I get that same feeling too, weirdly enough. Oh, so Agnès is actually... So her last name is actually Dirk then? Okay, well, I guess that answers that. I would never have guessed that. I really had nothing... Not only did I not have anything to go on, I completely believed that Claudel thing. But why would you lie about being related to Claudel or to Epstein instead of Sheena? Not sure why. Doesn't really resemble any of the Western chicks I picked up back in Longport. Picked up? Like off the ground? You don't even know what that means? This is why little kids are always so hard to talk to. Gotta explain every tiny thing to them. Why do these two insist they recognize her? Sure, you're bound to run into her in textbooks, but other than that... I don't get it. Why would you pick up women? Did they need to be carried for some reason? Nope. Forget I said anything. Enough, you two. We're here on business, so let's get down to it. Alright. So, Agnès Durk. Intriguing. I think... This is Edith Station Street. Okay, yeah. So let's drop a save right here. And... Ooh. So there's a forest? A completely separate forest section that leads further... Is this a cemetery? What is this? We can't read that? Huh. Well, I guess, okay, because while I have been missing all the monster thingamabobs, I'm sure Falcom got rid of them because, honestly, it was just like an entire novelization. You can't go this way either. It was like an entire additional novelization that I'm not sure if people were as interested in reading as I was. I enjoyed them, though, but it's all good. There's plenty of other stuff to check out here. The load times, the PS5 load times are so much friggin' faster. It's unreal. Whoa, get a load of this view. This is the perfect place for us to train. That's all you ever think about, isn't it? Well, not that I disagree. View's nice. This area is better maintained, but don't get complacent. One wrong step and you'll take a dive straight into the lake, so watch out. Come on, what do you take me for, huh? You should know a lot about this place, though. What gives? It's a park at the place he grew up at. Why wouldn't he know a lot about it? Oh, I get it. Must be because it's the perfect place for an old fart like you to go on walks. I'm not that much older than you, damn it. You want to know why? I used to come here with Elaine when we were students. Really now? With Beauty's Blade herself, huh? Granted, it does seem like a pretty obvious date spot. A what kind of spot? Wait. Are you saying Van and Elaine used to... Ugh. Can we not have this conversation? Forget my love life and look over there. Oh, but he's not denying that. He's not denying it. He's just sidestepping it. Man, looks worse than I was expecting. Is it always this bad? Not normally, no. Usually they're on top of their pest control here because of all the visitors. This smells like a case of our target calling them over here and infesting the place. Then we should smack him around. Guess we can save the reminiscing about your schoolboy days for when we see Beauty's Blade again. Now, do that at your own peril. Ugh, I never should have said anything. Come on, you two. Let's get to work already. Alright, ooh, an orbit charging station.
Looks like a chest.
But at least in this here specifically, it makes sense. You'd have people, like, of course you'd want people to be able to charge their orbments. They could browse the orbital net, send text messages, all that good stuff. And we are not super interested.
Look out!
And
sneaky little rodent.
What rodent?
You've got to keep an eye out for ambushes. Be more careful next time.
Ow. He's getting clobbered.
Don't order me around, you damn brat.
Well, we're off to a good start.
Yeah, they've got a nice little, they've got a nice big brother, little sister type dynamic going on. But like the responsible younger sister and the extremely irresponsible older brother. Cast 2. So let's actually throw that. He doesn't have a cast at all. Neither of them do.
Shifting to maintenance. That's a single element slot. New shard skill added.
Yes, sir. All right.
Maintenance mode activated.
We can drop a 10% chance. Let's also upping his strength. Let's drop this defense for the cast.
Skill loadout updated.
All right. And so now Aaron will be able to... Well, actually, because Aaron doesn't have any... Well, whatever.
I see me some nobodies.
He'll be able to drop the... Because Aaron has breath, so he'll be able to use that at our leisure. Whoa, that thing looks friggin' mean. Oh, okay. I thought that was it. Oh, this one's weak to Fizz. That's a first.
Looks like a chest.
That means keeping Van on the up and up, shining goggles. So whatever we're going up against will try to blind us then. I see. They look majestic.
Ooh, a treasure chest.
Cobalt ring. Grants HP regen when, but it can only go on the extra line. We don't have any open extra line slots for us to like throw that onto. So at the moment, we're not super duper worried about that.
Treasure chest.
Sepith! Whoa, well, hey, we'll be able to fix up our issues with not having a whole bunch of extra line slots open real quick like then. And then this one here. Earthenverse. So we could throw, like that coupled with Van's Lock Crest, he'll be able to bust that out instantly, just about. But we're gonna wait till we get to a full orbit charging station.
Are we there yet? Or at least halfway there?
Tired already? You're so pathetic.
Says the guy who let the little monster get the drop on him.
You tell him.
Wanna go, Pipsqueak?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, all right.
Adio, save me.
These guys. But the 400, that Sepith is no joke. That's a, whoa. That's crazy. Yeah, see, I don't know. I might give up. I'm not more scared of spiders than like your average person. Like I'm not arachnophobic or anything, but that's crazy. That's a little creepier and crawlier than I'd really want to sign up for. But
That's a pretty big waterfall.
Ooh, pretty.
Calvert sure has a lot of water, huh?
I guess. Probably more than what you've got back home.
Hmm? Oh, I thought there was something back there.
Huh, looks like a chest.
But bountiful stores of water are paramount for having a nice economy, I think. Don't quote me on
Whoa,
that.
get a load of that lake. It's huge.
Ooh.
Sure is. Perfect place to take a girl out on a rendezvous boat ride.
This guy's got a...
Huh, that's a fun idea.
Oh, well, hey.
Are you two for real? You're getting along now?
Well, better for it to happen right before here, right? All right, so we'll drop another save. And then we'll head right into the belly of the beast. Oh, this thing. We got it. It's similar to what we faced before we fought the thing down at the thing. You know what I'm talking about. So, Lock Crest. Chrono Drive.
Do your worst.
And we've only got Forte. Whoops. After that up.
Got you.
And as soon as she does her thing. Alright.
Here goes.
Iglis Launa.
Brace yourself.
Definitely no reason to hold back. Oh, but Van's great recital. What was that? Okay, so that debuffed us in general, which ain't grand. Go ahead and hook, get that Earthbreaker going. And cures resists ailments. But that doesn't undo our stat down. So that sucks.
Activating skin.
Gotcha. Alright, and after this, we should be able to have Aaron go in, I think.
Show me what you got.
Alright. No, not enough.
Barry.
Definitely got to build Van's CP stores back up. Alright, there we go.
Activating skin.
Both of them, let's get it.
Limit crushed. Activate.
Alright.
Limit crushed.
Too slow.
Hit him fast, Barry.
And then she'll actually Flaming Prayer. Let's get it.
Breathe on twice. Engaging shield.
Neat. Guardian 2. Toad Predation.
My move
It ate
now.
everybody.
Gotcha.
Great recital again.
Do your worst.
He will. Aaron is going to have to take up healing duty after this attack.
Sucker.
Toad Predation again. Whoa!
Way to go.
Well, he's freaking dead. Do we have anything that cures KO? We do not.
Fighting's taking a real
No
toll.
food that cures KO anyways. Who's next? Okay. Items. Let's just Celestial Balm him. You big baby, stand up.
I'll take that.
She can also lock Crest, but let's feed Van something. Res up. Have a steak.
Thanks, pal.
Toad Predation again. Nice!
Don't screw with me!
Okay, and then she can go in.
Pull out all the stops.
We'll have him lock Crest.
Here goes.
I do believe
Activating
this is
skill.
probably the best use of our time.
Boost gauge limit broken.
And she's closer to getting her S-Craft back. Oh, we don't have... I'm like, why didn't Van get the thing? But he's only got the...
Deploying shield.
Uh-oh. Well, she might die because of this.
You'll be sorry for that.
Well, it seems like food is in order.
I can't take much more.
All right, let's go ahead and help you out a little bit.
Thank you.
Now, you old fart.
She might not survive.
Certain arts will work better.
That's fine, though. It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Almost there. Great Recital. This is just a massive debuff.
Won't give up.
Activating skill.
Have some more.
Got him? No. I believe. Got him, and we stunned him. All right, I shouldn't have believed, but we still made it happen. And this is Plasma Sphere is B+, and it's weak to that. Well, cooked your friggin' goose.
That's how it goes.
Neat.
Well, what'd you expect?
Found Melt. And that's how you do it. You're at an intermediate level in your Gekka school skills, yeah? For someone whose main focus is being an ass, you can actually back up your smack talk when you want to. Not to mention, it's pretty neat how your fighting style has a dance rhythm to it. Your skills are still a little shaky in places, but you did great this time. Wow, Van called him an amateur and Fairy was like, you got a long ways to go. Get off your high horse, small fry. Put your arts to some actual use and then we can talk. And those shards or whatever you call them, there's room for improvement there for sure. That's you. Knock it off, you two. At least you can compensate for each other's weaknesses. Counts for a lot, believe it or not. I'd say that at this point, we're pretty well balanced during combat. True, between the two of you up front and me at mid-range, we've got the offensive side pretty covered. Throw in Agnès' support arts and we can handle just about any fight we get in. So I guess this is the game telling you that these four are always strategically a sound choice. I guess it's true we're coming along as a team. But that alone's not going to be enough to take them down. Right. No argument there. I won't let myself fall behind. Promise. Thanks for always giving it to me straight, Aaron. I appreciate the honesty. Don't sweat it. Y'all just want to be a well-oiled machine at the end of the day. What matters is we're done with this pain-in-the-ass job. Now let's make like a palm and... Is someone watching us from up there? What the... Who are they? They look generic. I can see a handful of them. They look like civilians. Who knows? I know the Rangers are supposed to be changing shifts, but that doesn't look like what's going on.
That takes care of that.
Alright.
Reward deposited.
So we need to start making grayer choices. We're still not at rank 2 with Law? Holy crap. Ooh, this is probably just a fishing spot. Check. Roughly 90,000 crystal clear, captivating landmarks. That's cool and all. But just in case, save over this one. So if we try to fast travel back up, go ahead and see who's here. Okay. Are they like a... There's some kind of crew. Yes, this location is perfect. It's exactly how I imagined it. Oh, okay. Oh, get to go over there, Nina?
Yes. Ready when you are.
Oh, Nina Lee is here.
Though, are you sure it's such a good idea to wander in like this?
No, this place is off limits. They came in behind us because I guess the ranger didn't close the gate.
It sounded like the ranger wanted us to wait until after he changed shifts. Isn't it strange that the park is closed on a holiday too? What if something happened?
You worry too much. We scheduled an appointment ahead of time. That's all good. Besides, you're so in demand right now. If I let this opportunity pass, they'd have my hide. Now the weather's looking a little suspect, so let's fill what we came here for while we still can.
All right. If you're sure.
All set, sir. Good. Positions, people! Alright, Nina. Let's start with scene 17-2 and... Okay, we gotta rescue them now. Why are there monsters here? Get away from me! Get away!
Get down!
It looks like Nina was about to start fighting. Well... Oh, this is an actual, it's just a cutscene? Alright, well, that's fine.
Bunch of runts.
Hey, are you okay?
Who are...
We'll talk later. You guys stay back for now.
Go ahead and get ourselves an easy, pick up some easy peasy wins. It'd be nice to steal that crit. Apparently, so if you stun somebody and they had like a thing set up. Oh, this is what the blind was for? Then you steal the blind. Or, I mean, you steal the thingamabob they had on the whatchamacallit.
Got a whole slew of them. Zypher activate.
All right, we'll take another hit, but yeah, see, it's exactly what we want to see. We just gotta wait it out. Forte. Van's up first.
Here goes.
Yeah, that's everybody. Insta got him. Well, that was easy. Whoa! They're amazing. These losers might have brought a whole pack, but honestly, that frog we fought was worse. Yeah, nothing to it. We can take them all. Who's that? Oh crap! Reinforcements? Frickin'. Damn, I don't know if I can make it. Is Nina about to strut her stuff?
I've got this.
Fee!
She's fast. Her moves are crazy.
Who in the hell?
Well, I won't say no to a little help. You two hold down the fort here.
All right.
Thanks. Now let's clear these guys out.
You read my mind, Sylphid.
So, well, he would recognize her. She's probably been around with Elaine a lot.
Bring it on.
One of these. Though I'm sure Fee has that as well. She's I'm not sure. Well, she is a bracer, so. Azure Greon. Like the card?
Now it's our move.
And she's got Tyrell. Tyrant Storm. And she's got the same kind of one as Aaron. The Ben Diskin voice. Do we have any food that ups our... That's A damage. Alright, well, let's see what she's working with.
One and done.
It hits everybody.
Energy output at max. Activating
Time's
skill.
up. Accelerate. 1, 2, 3. Lift off. After
Boost gauge limit crushed.
Neat. And she's level 32. Oh my gosh. Well, that was nice. Whew. You alright? Hardly broke a sweat. Looks like your friends are fine too. Nice. Guess that's a wrap. Target's neutralized. Are you guys okay? Yes, I wasn't sure we would make it. That was sensational. Thank you so much. You're all heroes. Who are you people? Hey, everything okay over here? Oh, the ranger. About time he showed up. Well, glad that little surprise is behind us. You said it.
Thank you all so much for saving us.
Well, relax. It's okay, really. You don't have to keep repeating yourself. We got a nice little payout from your director friend there. As far as I'm concerned, that's all the thanks I need. Are you sure it's okay? Absolutely! I never imagined we would be attacked by monsters! If anything happened to Nino or my staff, it would have been a major loss for my new project. No, the entire film industry even. He's not worried about getting criminal charges pressed on him? I feel so awful about this. If I'd stayed on top of things better, none of this would have happened. I guess in the chaos surrounding the sudden closure of the park, nobody remembered to get in touch with you. Water under the bridge. It all turned out fine in the end. Anyway, you Arkwright Solutions people were incredible back there. What can I do to convince you all to come work for me as stunt doubles or extras on my next project? Not much, I assume. Oh boy, you sure focus on the important things quick. Anyway, you guys work for United Star, yeah? United Star? That's a pretty big name movie studio. Which, hold on, Nina, as in...
That's right. I'm sorry for not introducing myself sooner.
Nina Fenley.
I'm the film actress, Nina Fenley. It's flattering that you've heard of me. I'm still fairly new to the industry, really.
Is? Oh, okay, well. So, she's Judith's rival. Whoa! A real actress! You get to be in front of the camera? That's so cool! Newbie my ass. You're pretty damn popular these days. You're like the #1 Easterner in the film biz. She's an Easterner? Oh, I'd say Miss Fenley here is one of the most up-and-coming actresses of her generation, period. I've seen a handful of your flicks, and they've all been worth the watch.
Ah, thank you. I'm glad you like them.
It's really difficult to tell the difference. Everybody here could just as easily be Erebonian or Liberlian as they could any other ethnicity.
Though, to be honest, I think I still have some catching up to do before I'll be on the level of my mentor, Judith.
You must mean Judith Lanster. Forgot you two are signed with the same agency. I remember that name. Isn't that Grimcat? Yeah. Alright, well. Aaron will meet her soon enough. They're gonna have a real...
Is everything...
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. What's up with you two? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Let's not forget about our bold bracer friend who jumped into the fray either. So impressive at such a young age, and a real catch. Between you and Beauty's Blade, the guild's not doing bad for itself these days. And at this point in time, she must be 20 or 21. Definitely older than Aaron, but younger than Van.
Glad to be of service. I guess some wires got crossed with park management. They contacted me, asking if I could take care of a monster out here.
No, the guild was already on this and we just sniped it.
I was a little late for what I came for, apparently, but I'd still call it a job well done.
Fee Clausel.
Anyway, I'm Fee Clausel. I'm from the Ereboni Embracer Guild, but I'm posted at the Edith branch as of yesterday. Nice to meet you all.
We'll be seeing a lot of her. I didn't realize you were from the Empire. Thanks again for all of your help.
Don't mention it. Keeping the public safe is all in a day's work for us.
Fee really is a lot taller than she used to be.
Though in this case, I got shown up a little in that department.
Nah, your timing was great. Another second and we wouldn't have made it in time. I can see why people have been talking about you for ages, Sylphid.
Glad to hear it. You're not half bad yourself, Spriggan.
Sylphid? It really is her! Right, Fairy. Fun-sized, it's got some killer moves, I'll give her that. Well, is she coming back with us? Sure you don't need a ride back to the capital? I'm more than happy to take you back. It's fine. I came here by car anyway. My friends are coming back to pick me up. So, by friends, does she mean Jin and, Elaine? In the meantime, I'm going to double check to make sure there's nothing else nasty lurking around. Are you really gonna be okay? It's pretty dangerous all by yourself. Though, maybe not for you. Yeah, I'll be okay. I've handled more than my fair share over the years. At least as many as your boss here. Whoa, so Van is as experienced as Fee is? High praise coming from you. I'm guessing Elaine and the Immovable have talked to you about me? Yeah, a little bit. Jin says you like to act like a bad boy, but that deep down you're an old softy who will take on just about anybody's request. Looks like I need to have a chat with a certain walking slab of muscle later. Right, ruining his rep before he can even establish one with the newbies. To Calvert anyways. Where's the lie? Dude's got your number. And so she recognizes her. Anyway, I'll let you guys go now. We can save the chat for another day. I'd leave soon if I were you. It's about to get dark, and it sounds like we've got rain on the way. Thanks for the tip. Catch you later, Sylphid. I mean, Clausel. Right. Catch you later, Spriggan. And you guys too. That's always nice. Not who I'd have picked as the returning character, but there's not really a whole lot of reason for it to be anybody other than Fee in the end. Oh. Yeah, see, there's something up with her.
Reward deposited.
Alright, well, let's debrief about what we just saw. Right, Fairy's wishing she said something, probably. What's the matter, Small Fry? This about that bracer girl we just met?
It's nothing really. I think someone I was close to has mentioned her before.
Right, that would have been before Aaron came aboard.
I was hoping we'd have the chance to meet someday. But once she was in front of me, I just froze up.
She recognized you, don't worry. You'll get more chances. Use the time till then to get your feelings in order.
Man, you're right. Next time, I'll say everything I've been wanting to say.
Nice pep talk, Pops. Not that I have any clue what you guys are talking about, though. Aw, little Aaron feeling left out. Hell no! I don't know. Seemed like he was curious. Whoa, the weather really did go to crap. You sure know how to stay busy while on the job, don't ya? We ran up, down, and all around the city, and we even headed to its outskirts. Is this what every day is gonna be like? Nah, we usually have more free time, but we'll have busy days like this every now and then. Why? You afraid of a little elbow grease? Psh, as if. I'm never opposed to getting my hands dirty as long as the work's not boring, and today's jobs definitely weren't that. Good, because there's plenty more where that came from. So Aaron's got a taste for this life. Oh, I almost forgot. Do you mind if we drop by the roastery on the 9th District? Paulette asked if I could get some coffee beans while we were out. Got it. We can make a quick stop. Damn it, small fry. Way to make this trip longer than it needs to be. Are we gonna see Agnès? It's raining. And there goes the paint job. So Van's gonna have to, what, polish it? On their way back, they stopped to purchase some coffee beans from a roastery near the market in the 9th District. And by the time they returned to Old Town, the rain was coming down even more heavily. Yeah, he's trying to get in. Oh, she's been standing out there waiting for us? Huh. It looks like she's finished whatever she needed to deal with. Can't believe she actually waited here. Starch straight laces, I swear. Go ahead and debrief her on everything that happened. Welcome back, everyone. How did things go at the park? Oh, it was no problem at all. Something up? Or something up? You look oddly tired. I do? I can't imagine why. I really can't apologize enough for walking off like that during work hours, though.
So you're the Spriggan, are you?
Who was this? Oh, this friggin' guy. Who's this runt? What are you doing here, Albert? Ah, this is a classmate of yours. Should have put 2 and 2 together when I saw the uniform. Ooh, he your boyfriend or something? Wait, is he? He wishes. No, he's just a classmate I've known for a long... Albert, no last name? He must not be...
I'll just come out and say it. Take your poisonous fangs out of my friend.
Dang, dude. Where's all this coming from? What does he think is going on? Huh? Albert! What are you saying?
I've heard a lot of unpleasant rumors about you. They call you a good-for-nothing who takes on all manner of borderline criminal requests.
You know, he's not wrong.
You're just taking advantage of her kind nature to force her to do your dirty work, aren't you?
No, hold on! You've got Van all wrong! Van's about to co-sign that, though.
Sorry, but stay out of this, Agnès. Well, aren't you going to deny it? You can't, can you?
It's about her. How's he gonna tell her to stay out of it when it's about her? Slow your roll there, kiddo. This is about when she got back real late a while ago, right? Guess that's what made you start worrying about her, huh? Especially now that she's getting calls from home.
How do you...
Anyone can connect the dots when the clues are this obvious. How naive can you get? He seems like a nice guy to me.
What's wrong with being concerned about your friends? This all started because you casually decided to hire her without thinking of the consequences. If word was to get out that Agnès is working with seedy people like you, it would put her father in a very...
Uh-oh, he wasn't supposed to say any of that. Albert!
I'm sorry. I said too much, but I still...
Oh. Who is her dad?
There you are. I knew we'd find you here.
And there's the girl.
You really need to stop charging in like a bull in a glass shop, Albert.
Oh, and there's Kitty.
He never changes.
Oh, Dad! Ren! Oh, more of Agnès' friends. For real? What is this, a field trip?
What are you two doing here?
We're here to tell you off. Duh. I thought I already told you that you need to let Agnès live her own life.
Let's all listen to Odette.
You have serious tunnel vision when it comes to her, and you need to do something about it.
No, I don't. I just...
Odette, also no last name.
Oh, right. I'm Odette, by the way. Nice to finally meet you all. I've heard a lot about you guys from Agnès. Oh, you must be fairy. Oh my goodness, you really are so adorable.
So I'm assuming that Ren is also gonna have no last name.
And I knew you were hot, Aaron, but the sun's got nothing on you.
Oh, taken by his charms.
And, well, yeah, Van, you've got some mega bad boy vibes, which, trust me, only makes you look cooler.
Cooler. I'm sure that was her saying, like, that's probably not what she said. That's all good.
You're a lot younger than I was expecting, by the way. I thought you'd be way older. No offense.
Dang, Bangs is he's just getting it from all sides. Thanks. I think? Oh, Dad, please! You're being very rude. Damn, no off button on this girl, huh?
Don't mind our resident ball of energy over here. We're all members of Aramis Academy Student Council. Agnès is in charge of general affairs. I apologize, our treasurer got a little...
Ooh, wait, what? I didn't mean to hit the... God dang it. But her wants have to come first and foremost so far, but I plan on keeping it that way. Van!
Sounds like a good deal to me.
Well, all I ask as student council president and her dorm neighbor is that you do your best to keep her safe. Now, let's get going, Albert. Agnès clearly still has some work to do. We should leave her to it.
Wait, I'm not finished.
I think you are, buddy.
Really? Very well. As long as you finish the budget I asked you to handle, you can stay.
Well, that'll get him out of here.
You did finish that before coming out here, correct?
Well... No, he did not.
Meanwhile, Agnès handled every one of those tedious purchase requests I made before coming to her quote-unquote actual job. If you want to fault others for how they handle their affairs, you'd best have your own in order first.
Got him!
Well, good day to you, Mr. Spriggan. I'll see you back at the dorms, Agnès.
See you tomorrow, Agnès. Don't come home too late.
Oh. Thank you. Have a safe trip back, everyone. Was she winking at Van? She was. They know each other. Who the hell's the one with the purple hair? I'm wondering the same thing. She's not the kind of student you see here every day. Hard to believe it's been 5 years. She sure ain't the lost kitten she was back then anymore. She's really grown up. Maybe that's why she didn't get an intro spin, because Van didn't need an introduction to her. So, what was that all about? You know, the call from home that was so important you ditched us in the middle of a job. Hey, don't be mean! It's not like we weren't perfectly capable of handling stuff. Of course we were, but that's not the point. It's fine to have shit come up from time to time, but not for other people you know to get all up in our business about it. You might be doing what you think is best, but you should ask yourself if you're doing right by everyone around you. All I'm saying. Well... The stuff's important whether you're Heiyue, a Jagger, or just some Joe working a desk job. And it's crazy to me that I'm the one pushing this and not you. Yeah, I guess you're right. Your old man's starting to have a problem with your side gig? How do you... I don't know squat. I'm just guessing. I haven't changed my stance since you started working here. You make the calls on what you want to do with your life. Whether that leads you to stick around or leave is up to you. Though, if your family's gonna start interfering, I might have to be careful with what I ask you to do from here on out. Van... It's the opposite of what you all seem to think. He was only checking in on me. My father is a busy man. He doesn't even have time to send the occasional letter like Fairies does. I haven't spoken to him in 3 months, so I didn't want to pass up the chance. I really am sorry about running off. Oh, I feel so bad for her now. So that's what it was. Huh. Honestly, I thought I was going to get yelled at for being late the other day, or taking on this dangerous job. But even though I'm sure he knows everything I've been doing, he doesn't have a word of criticism about it. Are we gonna see him?
Aren't you going to say anything, Dad? Anything at all? You aren't going to tell me to give up my dangerous part-time job? Or not to go traveling without permission?
Your grades meet my expectations. Your attendance is solid, and your lateness the other day was relatively minor.
Okay, does this sound familiar? I think this voice sounds familiar.
Your reputation as part of the student council is also excellent. As far as the public eye is concerned, you're conducting yourself well.
No friggin' way.
I see no reason to dictate what you do with your personal time. I will ask but two things of you, Agnès. One is to avoid causing any direct trouble for me. The other is to do nothing that would embarrass your mother.
Didn't she say she was adopted? I don't know why I got the impression she was adopted from the demo, or like it was her mother or grandmother or something that was adopted. There was somebody who was adopted in relation to her.
As long as you honor those two requests, your life is yours to live.
Oh, but that's serious though, because this guy, if he's that busy, he probably has the power to rein her in pretty easily.
And if you require assistance with anything, you know who to call. They will handle almost anything for you.
Who is they?
They could probably spare you from needing to do that job of yours in the first place, even.
Well, I think the mystery of Agnès is just about solved. In short, it's not going to be a problem for me to keep working as I've been doing. This should be the last time I have to run off like that, too. Agnès. She's like, I don't think my dad's gonna call again. Huh. Well, it ain't up to me to poke my nose into other people's family business. But it sounds to me like he trusts you, and that's worth something. It's up to you what you want to do with the Genesis, or whether you want this job to begin with. Am I wrong? No, you're absolutely right. Either way, I'm happy to be able to keep working with you all. Yeah, we're happy to have you too. Try not to fall behind, though. She's been doing this longer than you have. But I'm with Fairy on this one. Just try and do something about that friend of yours. We can't have him barging in half the damn time in the future. I'll do my best to clear up his misunderstandings. Barring that, at least get him to promise to leave us alone. Yeah, you tell him the truth and he'd lose his shit. So this is an example of the ends justifying the means, huh? Now I get it. I mean, it is, but try not to learn any life lessons from it. Now Van's getting a call. Wait, this is Dingo.
Moment, Van?
Is this going to be about Balm or not? Hey, not often I get a call from you. You got work or something? We just wrapped up a job, so we're free if you want to talk it out.
Perfect. But I'm not the one with the request. I was asked by an acquaintance to hook them up with some FaceTime with you. I gave them your work number, so they should be calling any time now. Up to you whether you take them on, though.
This couldn't have been a text? Wait, do we even have the capability of texting yet? Oh? Well, alright. Got it. Sounds like it was that tabloid geek. There's nothing geeky about Dingo. Guy has nothing on me, but he's got the looks. Like a certain crusty old fart I know. You want to take this outside, Brad? I think Van's pretty good looking, though. I think he'd cry with joy if he heard you say that. Huh. There it is already.
Thank goodness. I was worried I wouldn't be able to get through.
Is that Nina? No way. For real? Isn't that? Okay, when Dingo told me he had a client, I never dreamed it'd be you. It is.
I see a new face among your number, too. In any case, I'm very much hoping to work with you.
So she's gonna be the person who gets us out to Tharbad, then. Alright, fair enough. The Legend of Heroes trails through Daybreak. Alright, see you at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Of course, I'll make sure to tell everyone that I'm going somewhere this time, too. Well, Good night, everyone. And off she goes. So, I figure Fairy's coming, but what about you? I'm down. Like I could say no after hearing all that. I'm totally coming too. Not that I can blame you. That story would have gotten anyone's interest. Guess that means we're all going to Tharbad. A film festival? One's held every year in the city of Messeldom, to the north. Though I'd heard this year's was cancelled about 2 months back thanks to a terrorist threat. The one in Messeldom certainly was, but this is something else. It's a new event taking place for the first time this year, backed by the Principality of El Siam to the Central East. It's going to be called the Tharbad Film Festival, and it's sponsored by Vegas Films. Oh, right. I remember hearing about that, now that you mention it. Vegas is a film distributor that's had a bunch of big hits lately, right? All directed by some freak named Gotti. Heavy on the freak. Oh, Golden Blood was one of those, right? That's right. They're still a relatively new company, but at their current rate, they'll be a major studio before much longer. The director prioritizes entertainment value above all else, and his films can be a bit, extreme in their content. Schlocky. Pfft, you want extreme? Try watching the director's cut. Now that was spicy. I can't! I'm still 16! What's a director's cut? Vegas Films wouldn't be where they are without Salvatore Gotti. No one makes cinema the way he does. So I'm guessing the whole thing's mostly an excuse to give his company and their releases most of the awards. Not at all! Gotti is determined to make the judging process completely fair and impartial. That's surprising. Most of the nominated films are mass market, but a wide variety of directors, actors, and actresses are invited. I am one of those actresses, as is the other client for this request. Other clients, so it's a joint thing with Judith? I see. And so that's the context behind this threatening letter that showed up at your agency? Another terrorist threat? Indeed. It reads like this. Decline to participate in the Tharbad Film Festival or tragedy will befall you. The same letter was sent to other companies connected to ours too. We can't rule out the possibility that it's just an elaborate prank, but we're still concerned. You definitely can't ignore it when another film festival's already been cancelled because of a terrorist threat. Though the culprit could have just sent these things because they knew you'd feel that way. Yes, my agency has been trying to persuade me not to attend because of the danger involved. But I'm still a relatively inexperienced actress, so I think the festival could be a valuable opportunity. And I imagine there's a whole lot of up-and-coming actors who would absolutely trade their safety for a chance to make their star power bigger. The other client for this job feels the same way, and that was what inspired us to look for potential help. And that's when you chanced on us, huh? You're a lot gutsier than you look. Well, we did. We made a pretty good impression earlier when we literally saved her life. Well, when I met you all earlier today, it reminded me of some rumors I'd heard about you in the industry. And since I already know Dingo from when he previously helped with some trouble in my agency, I asked him for your number.
Your team just seems like the most reasonable option. In this line of work, image is everything. So I really don't want to get the police involved and turn this into a big deal. But the guild isn't really suited to delicate matters like these either.
Are they? This definitely seems like something the guild can handle. Terrorist threats? That makes sense. Braces have always struck me as prioritizing their code above all else and avoiding anything remotely illegal. Yeah, Bracers are heroes of justice first and foremost. If you need moral flexibility, they ain't your guys. Dingo's brought me a showbiz related jobs in the past, so this wouldn't be my first time doing one. Will be my first time with one this big, though. Hope you know this ain't gonna come cheap.
Of course. You'd be protecting the film festival. That's quite a task. If you are willing to do this, I'd like you to plan to arrive in Tharbad the day after tomorrow.
Plenty of time to travel.
I'd then like you to nose around for any suspicious activity during the 3 days leading up to the festival. However you do that is up to you, of course. I'm aware you traditionally handle requests through that 4SPG system of yours. Myself and the other client will provide for your expenses and compensation out of our personal funds, too.
Now she's talking our friggin' language. Wow, you can afford that? There's a lot people in showbiz can afford. Makes sense a rising star will be filthy rich. Now you've got me curious about who this other client is. It's Judith. Yeah, this is gonna be longer than our visit to Longport even. What to do? Van! The Genesis is reacting? Oh! Wait.
What is it?
Oh, don't sweat it. Anyway, this is a really big ask out of the blue, so we'll discuss it and call you back. Usually we'd prefer a bit more of a heads up on tall orders like this. Getting everything ready on our end to arrive in Tharbad in time for the day after tomorrow ain't gonna be easy.
I'm sorry for imposing on you. It's just that I only really decided after meeting you in person.
Like I said, we made a really good impression.
Oh, but considering the short notice, maybe I could offer you a little something extra to sweeten the deal?
Tickets to the film festival?
I'd be happy to treat you to a limited edition confection available at the Aljamira, a 6-star hotel in Tharbad.
6-star hotel? Such a thing exists? Well, that's Van sold. Oh? Tell me more, just for reference.
It's called Melfita, a type of chocolate made using camel's milk. They combine it with highly valuable cacao pulp too, I believe. The result is a unique, full-bodied sweetness that caresses your tongue.
That's all Van's gotta hear. Okay, I've heard enough. I'll call you with our decision tomorrow. I suspect it'll be one that makes us both happy. Yeah.
I'll have to thank Dingo for his advice.
Dingo told her to mention that, yeah.
I'll be looking forward to your response then, Mr. Arkwright.
All right. You are such a damn pushover. But I've never been to Tharbad before, so I'm kind of looking forward to this. Oh, I've been there before, so I might be able to help us get around a little. I don't mind you guys coming along. Just make sure you take care of everything you gotta do here first. I'm sure you got a lot of schoolwork to do for Rita, and you gotta get your license renewed, right? Oh, you're right! If nothing else, I need to get my math homework done. I know about the license, but man, it's a pain. Can't I just go without one for a few days? Like hell you can. So he needs that ID. But alright. I can't believe it lit up right at that moment. Was it a coincidence? Nah, like hell it was. So the Genesis seems, I won't say it's sentient, but the Genesis definitely does seem to know when to react. Van is right to be suspicious. The city's always got a nice ambiance to it when it's raining, but something smells a bit off. This is as good a time as any to go sniffing around before we head off to the desert, I guess.
Oh no.
Patrol Edith. Aw. Amy, I'm sure she's not here for any particular reason, but we're gonna go ahead and do some nighttime walkabouting, and that's gonna be next time. So definitely join me then for more Trails Through Daybreak. Bye for now, guys.